say to
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
goosies. I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me.
Get over here, Marcos. Let me look at you.
They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Steers on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a molding. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what? What is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side flyer. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube, but view it for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 o'clock here on the program. Oh, Wimbledon. One day I'll be interested.
Nah, I don't know. By the time you are pickleball, what do you think?
Just tune in every day. I'm like, oh, usually, and I know I probably sound like a cretin. I just never got into tennis. And you know what? It's fine. Like, I don't expect everybody to like do we have to like everything? You know,
No, you don't.
If somebody doesn't like boxing, I don't sit here and try and convince you. I'd be like, you know what? That's fine. I got my Saturday nights to myself. Same thing with MMA. If there's a mainstream thing that gets you into the circus tent, okay. I just wish it wasn't Zuck versus Musk. But I watch this tennis. I'm just like, not my thing. Not my thing. And normally I just look at it as you know what this has done? Got to find Sports Center on a new channel. That's normally how I look at it. I know who the greats are. Serena, the GOAT. You got Joker, you got Nadal, and who's that other fella? The one who's maybe better than all of them. The one with the razors.
Djokovic.
No, said him already.
Got it.
The razors.
Andy Warhol.
No, but you got the McEnroe brother, Rackenrose. Rackenrose.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, I'll tell you one thing about this Zuckerberg.
Oh, wow.
He's gonna whoop Elon Musk's ass. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Is this picture real? I'm looking at this picture.
Yeah. Why do people? When you're a billionaire,
yeah,
and you have access to all things in the world, and you've conquered technology, people don't think it's possible for Zuckerberg to get a 6-pack.
Wow.
Like, people are really shook by this picture of Mark Zuckerberg. For those who haven't seen,
he does weigh like $160.
He does weigh like $160, but like
he's supposed to have muscles. You're supposed to be ripped at a grown ass man at $160.
But people are stunned by this photo that he's got muscles. He's standing next to the featherweight champion of the world, Alexander Volkanovski, and the middleweight champion of the world, Israel Adesanya. And Zuckerberg is training with him because he trains BJJ. So now he's training a little MMA because I think Musk was training with George St. Pierre. But I didn't see him with his shirt off.
Yeah, and
Zuck is very proud.
Zuck coincidentally has Izzy there, who doesn't really like South Africans right now. Not really a fan of them.
That's a good point. Didn't think about that.
They do share something right now. There's subliminal messaging within that.
This is this has people shook right now that Zuckerberg is in that spot. But you know what, man? Good for him. I'm happy. You look good for Zuckerberg that he got his body together. You'd think after you conquered the world. Oh, thank you, Marcos, or JFig, whoever threw that up there.
Wow.
Hey,
you know what's amazing?
Looks like he's having a good time.
Yep.
No. Here's what's amazing.
Yep.
They're all looking at different cameras. I thought that was crazy too.
No. Izzy looks like Francis Ngannou next to him.
Yeah, he looks like a giant next to these guys.
And he's really not.
No, he's skinny 6'4".
Right.
He's skinny 6'4", and then Volkanovski.
He's the same height as John Jones, and John Jones probably has him by 60 pounds.
Easily. Now, yeah, especially. Yeah, John Jones is beefy now. Beefy.
Remember they said he was out of shape, and then night.
Yep.
They go, well, okay, maybe not.
Maybe not. But anyway, yeah, Zuckerberg.
So let me ask you.
Elon really seems to hate Zuckerberg though. Like this seems to be a one-way street of like he really seems to hate Zuck. Yeah. He's mad that he stole Twitter.
I got my own story of stealing stuff.
Okay.
So I go to Dunkin' Donuts. And Dunkin' Donuts are relatively small, little drive-throughs or what have you. They're trying to do the Chick-fil-A thing. They got cones. Guy comes out, takes your order. You go around. You don't ever go to the window. A guy comes out, gets your money, goes there, tells you to pull up, and then they bring out your food. This doesn't work as the same. Stop it, Duncan.
So
you can't do that.
Did you steal something? Did someone steal something from you?
No, it just took forever. And there's 8 people standing outside because nobody's inside working.
Do you feel like this might be karma, as Dade South points out, for stealing pub subs?
Oh, it comes back.
I wasn't in Publix.
It doesn't matter.
Karma would be I order a sub ahead of time and somebody takes mine. Mm-hmm. That's karma.
No, that's samesies.
Yeah, I mean, karma can come in any form. Like, if you got your food stolen from Dunks or you got your food stolen from wherever.
I didn't get my food stolen. It just took forever because they figure they're trying to be efficient like Chick-fil-A. And I'm here to tell you, it's not working. You can't be them.
So you're saying they stole Chick-fil-A style?
I don't think Chick-fil-A's thing works, by the way. I think it's hocus pocus.
It may be.
I don't think it works.
Can I just tell you, I have never seen a line at any fast food restaurant as long as Chick-fil-A. The line at Chick-fil-A is so long that you can't park to go in. You got to park far away from Chick-fil-A to go inside because the line goes around and you can't pull in the park.
I don't think Chick-fil-A works faster though. I think the only thing here's Chick-fil-A's method to the whole thing. It's one, kill them with kindness. It's the nicest staff ever. Like they zombie it into their brain.
My pleasure.
With how nice they're supposed to be. And the whole appeal of it is I don't have to go up to a box and go, hey, is anyone in there?
One second.
1 second, sir. Yeah. No pickles on that? Sir, 1 second. Like, that's the only thing that they got going for them. So I don't know if it's technically faster, but you don't have to yell into a box, which I think
when I see a line that long, I don't care how efficient it is. I go inside.
Pollo tried doing this, and it didn't really make a lot of sense. I went to a Pollo Tropical. They have somebody there, but the box is literally 4 feet in front of them.
That is so
right.
Like, why do
what are we doing?
What are we doing?
That's the same thing with Dunks. I was standing in front of the box with the menu, sitting right there, so I could order as I'm looking at the menu. The guy tells me to pull up. Hell, I can't remember the names. So now I'm like, give me that thing with the chicken. Right? Because the menu, I don't have a menu.
Yeah. It's a wild thing, dude. But the Pollo one, I'm just like, hey, you guys don't have a line this big. You don't need to do that.
Just a guy
right.
with
I'm not saying it's not better. I think I like Pollo Tropical better than Chick-fil-A objectively. I do. I love Pollo Tropical. But it's never up to the line level of a Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A doesn't matter what time of day.
I mean, when
around the block.
I think they create that line.
When Pollo first came out with the little chicken nuggets, oh man, I was on that. Then, like all other things, it became chicken skin, and then I had to quit going.
Tobin at the drive-thru, Caron says, Tobin at the drive-thru is like a ship crew looking for survivors on the Titanic. Anyone alive out there?
But isn't it like when you can't see somebody face to face and you have no idea what the hell they're doing behind that speaker, right? And their sole goal is to take orders. Why are we waiting?
I don't know.
You got one job.
I don't know.
You don't have to make the food.
Now you go to McDonald's, like you got robots taking your orders. I'm just like,
you get there.
Like, so wait, you ready for this? I went to McDonald's the other day. I just wanted some fries. Yep. That's it. They have the little robot. I punch in the order. It tells me take a ticket, I take a ticket and I'm standing there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
right?
you just stand there, and then
And I go, hey, is my order ready? Oh, we don't even get that order until you bring us the ticket.
Well, the thing that's funny with mine is, and I don't know if yours is like this. Imagine every McDonald's is now built the same. But have you noticed that up front, it's basically like a fortress. Like they have a wall now. It's like you can't see over it, so I can't even see who's in there anymore.
Really, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been.
You had some felonious activity in your McDonald's because that's
I'm telling
the only reason. You listen. Everybody knows. Wait, everybody knows. The corner store has bulletproof glass between you and the person taking your money. And then they have to scan it through the glass. And then you put your money underneath the slot, right? Yeah. So is it one of those situations that you got some thuggery going on and
No, I think I'm making it sound like there's some bar, but it looks almost like there's the Game of Thrones wall is guarding the back kitchen. So it's like you order and then you go there. There's nobody at the register that's there up front anymore, which is useless because nobody's there taking your order. Wow. You go in there and then you take the beep, boop, 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 take your ticket, and then you're looking and you're like, all right, I don't know where anybody comes from to get this because there's just a giant wall protecting it. There's the actual as if they were guarding treasure back there.
Right. I'm like, listen. I'm here to pay. Nobody's going to jump back there and steal 6 nuggets. Right? We're good. We're good.
If there was sweet and sour sauce there too, I would.
Yeah. No. Listen, if you're getting chicken nuggets, spicy mustard.
Listen, dude.
I always get extra. I always get extra, and I dip other stuff in it. It's beautiful.
Oh, so you're doing a
burger in spicy mustard?
I'll put it on my burger. Yes.
Oh wow. So you love the spicy mustard.
Getting crazy.
I thought you were. So I thought you were gonna get a around the world, all of the sauces, and then you go
no.
one sauce for each nugget.
You're familiar with my work.
I like that.
Yeah, you don't like.
There's one sauce that I would never touch. Sweet and sour.
Why?
Again, a part of your ridiculous food takes, Leroy.
Ridiculous. Stupid.
Sweet and sour is stupid.
Sweet and sour sauce is stupid.
How does that even make sense?
Okay, dude. You know what?
How does that make sense?
Too strong.
No, it's not.
What's stupid
no,
about
it's not. Hey, I'm not Asian. I don't need sweet and sour in my regular everyday food.
What does it have to do with Asian? What does that mean?
Because if I want sweet and sour chicken, when I go to the Asian restaurant, I get sweet and sour chicken, but I don't even get it there.
So you just don't like it. It has nothing to do with Asian or not Asian.
Nope, I don't like it. It just doesn't. I don't.
You don't even taste the same.
It
does not taste the same
it's
as chicken nugget.
Wait,
sweet sour sauce.
I don't listen. I don't want my chicken tasting like a piece of damn candy.
Okay, dude. Well,
this is ridiculous.
This is silly. And
sweet and sour is stupid, JFig.
It's not stupid.
I'm done with this segment.
It's delicious. Look what you did. You made him upset.
WQA.
Wow. I buy a new car for them. For real. I tear down the mall with them. For real. You can't even talk.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Retro Rock and Roll is coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater on Friday, July 21st. And we've got your chance to win tickets. ZZ Top and Leonard Skinner on the Sharp Dress Simple Man Tour. To enter, go to WQAM.com/contests. This is a live nation show.
I'm sorry.
You know, one of the guys from ZZ Top is in a television show.
What do you mean?
Bones.
What?
Yeah. He is
For an NBA playoff game?
what?
Well, that's the only time I see Bones is before an NBA playoff game.
But no, he's her dad in the movie, in the show.
Billy Gibbons.
All right.
That's the guy.
All right.
I mean, the beard gives it away. Like, I'm like, oh, that guy's from ZZ Top.
I just think it's rude if I assume every guy with a beard is ZZ Top. You
like
know?
that. You know what a ZZ Top beard looks like.
True.
Dude, you know what a ZZ Top beard looks like. Stop it.
Get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Caron Butler, by the way, he is going to join us today in the 12 o'clock
My
hour.
guy.
That is our guy, Coach Caron Butler. He is in Las Vegas for the Summer League, so we will talk about this Summer League squad with real tough juice and see what he's got to say about Jovic, dude. Jovic is his project. Taught him that game winner. I want to see it in a game. As they got a couple days off in Vegas. They're back in action tomorrow and Friday.
Do they practice?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe
You know, one of the things
we're
that
getting him right before practice.
you know, one of the things that I think you can see the difficult part of young men transitioning into the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of games, right? So, like, you could even see it even in Summer League. They've played a lot of games in the last week. A lot of them might not be accustomed to that. And you can see the ebbs and flows of, you know, their performances or being banged up and being a little sore and things like that. So I'm gonna ask him, like, is that because, I mean, you know, you see guys in the NBA and you just assume, hey, 82 games, let's go. But a lot of them only play like 30, 35 games in a year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was and you know, Caron was a college star, of course, with UConn having to make that transition. So, you know, it'll be exciting to talk about. By the way, did you see they adopted the flopping rule yesterday?
Oh
Yeah.
The flopper.
They did.
They're going to start giving technical fouls for flops.
More importantly, and this should have been done a long time ago.
Oh, the other one, right?
If you challenge and win a challenge, you get another challenge. You shouldn't be penalized because the officials are bad.
Agreed.
And it almost seems like everybody's saving their challenge for that time in the game that may never come.
Yeah, I agree with you. And listen, one of the oldest basketball rules of time: make it, take it. You know, you should be able to if you get your challenge right, you should be able to keep keeping your challenges.
Right.
You know,
I mean, look, it's not Spo's fault that the officials are bad.
Agreed.
If that's the case during the course of that game, why should he be penalized because he has to use his challenge to correct a bad call by the officials?
Well, we'll talk to Caron coming on up. By the way, the National League, they won the All-Star game yesterday. First time in 9 seasons.
Yeah.
Luis Arise,
RBI.
big RBI. 2 pitches, 2 hits.
Look at
He
that.
was wasting no time yesterday. But did you see the big thing that was key? Got very chummy with old Shohei Ohtani there at second base. A little Cruton. Something going on there. Listen, we're going to deal this Yuri Perez.
Oh,
Dude, can I just say this?
We're going to bring you into the fold.
Can I just say this?
Run. What?
Every interview I watch with Shohei Ohtani,
Yep,
I want him.
Me too.
But here's the deal. I don't want the Marlins to do what they have to do to get him, and it sets them back 5 years. Like you listen, the fans, it would be great. Everybody would love it, but you'll be miserable in a year from now. And what they got to do is kind of build some consistency and be in that hunt and have decent seasons for a number of years, something they haven't done in a really long time.
Can I tell you yesterday how annoying I found Derek Jeter? Like, because you know what? Here's what annoys me about it. This guy, he just got to come down here, urinate all over this franchise, did nothing, all right, built nothing, and now he's on TV. No one's ever going to ask him about it. No one's ever going to question him on it. It's just like Bill Parcells, right? It's like Bill Parcells, who succeeded in New York, failed down in South Florida. No one ever mentions his failures, you know? Right. Tannenbaum, same thing. And now you have Derek Jeter, same thing. Came to Miami, didn't do a lick of building, okay? Did a terrible job, and then all of a sudden he gets to waltz on that TV like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Ridiculous.
It's something to be said about how the media and people view you, because if they didn't like Jeter, they would go at him hard. But if you like him, you throw softballs at him.
Oh, he's a baseball prince. No one's ever going to do anything, you know? That's why he probably thought, oh, I'm Derek Jeter. I'll get this figured out. You know, I'm Jeets.
Which is the most amazing thing is the turnaround of one Alex Rodriguez, because he was one of the most hated people in sports, and now he's beloved.
JR says, Tobin, stop. Ohtani already said that he wants to play in either New York or another East Coast contender. I'm sorry, what coast are we on? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever looked at a map, JR. I don't know if you've been confused. We're about as much on the coast as you could get, my friend. And by the way, we're not contending? We're not contending? What would you call this? I mean, listen, I know the Braves are in this division. They're a monster right now, but the Marlins, their record's as good as anybody else's in the National League. So, boxed in, my friend. Boxed in, and congratulations. Amazon Prime on Prime Day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Love Prime Day.
But by the way,
Amazon Prime.
JR, if you gonna come in here, you got to come in here with a little bit more. You threw that softball up, and we all saw, oh boy, the old boxing.
Yep. He never saw it coming. He goes, damn.
He had to see it coming.
Apparently not.
He didn't like, sometimes we say things and it has to go through, you know, the proper resources, and then you stop. Oh, Tobin gonna be all over that. I'm gonna stop. Right? But to say he wants to play for an East Coast team while looking out my window and damn near being able to see the water.
I see seagulls. That's not true. Those are pigeons.
Pigeons.
All this baseball talk that's happened. Your favorite baseball player of all time spoke recently, Barry Bonds.
Oh, really?
Did you hear what he was saying about? He was essentially pleading his case as to why he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
He shouldn't have to.
He doesn't have to plead a case to me, dude.
He doesn't have. He shouldn't have to. Like, you know what? I'm gonna say this. If Barry Bonds did steroids or anybody else, so what? And here's why.
Wow.
We all benefited from it. We all loved baseball.
Well, that's pretty
fun.
The
reporters were following Barry Bonds around, trying to get every quote, everything. And now all of a sudden you're going to act like he didn't help you? No, I'm not doing that. Look, nobody said during that time, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, nobody said, those guys are juicing, I'm not watching baseball. Nobody said that. After you got your enjoyment out of baseball, then you want to stand on your soapbox and talk about all the things that these guys did. But when it was going on, you were in the outfield trying to catch a fly, a long ball. You were watching TV every night. Baseball flourished. Writers got to write about the sport they love. Everybody was having a good time. And now you two faces are going to turn around and say never to Barry Bonds?
What
You're
did he
the
say?
phony. You're the phonies.
I'll bring you the audio in Marcos's mixed bag later.
Oh,
But he was essentially saying that he feels as if he's already served his time, that he's already been penalized.
Mhm.
Essentially, keeping him out of the Hall of Fame would be penalizing him twice because there was something he was, suspended for, served time, and then now for him to be kept out
I just think
years
it's.
after.
I just like. I'm sorry to just throw it out here like this. I think
Yeah.
it's stupid that if you're keeping Barry Bonds out of the Hall of Fame and Pudge Rodriguez is in, like, I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Makes sense.
I have
But
eyes.
that's just it. Because here, you want me to tell you
By the
why?
way, I don't care
Because
that Pudge
everybody's
Rodriguez.
feelings got hurt dealing with Barry Bonds. He wasn't the nicest of guys, and Pudge was nice to everybody. So he gets in and Barry Bonds doesn't. That's
Look,
it.
I don't care if Pudge Rodriguez, had a syringe in his tush. He held onto the ball, and he held onto the ball. He was NLCS MVP, and he won a World Series of Bonds. Ask me if I care if he did juice.
Nope.
No.
Right.
Well,
But that's just it. That's just it, Tobes. It's like, you know what? We're not going to be two-faced about this. We're not going to say we enjoyed the championship. We're not going to say we enjoyed Pudge's play and then all of a sudden say, but he don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame because he was juicing. If it's true or not. No, we're not doing that. You all reaped the benefits of it. We all did. And you know what? Even though we weren't, the fact that we had an idea and didn't say nothing because our team was winning.
let me put it like this. If I told Marlins fans, okay, allegedly, if I told you that Jorge Soler,
Okay.
Just throw that-
You
let
can
me put
say
it like this.
allegedly
You-
to cover your ass. Okay.
but like if I told you Jorge Soler, who had injuries, he stunk last year, if I told you took a little something, this year, and all of a sudden, the dude is hitting the cover off the ball. They're a Marlins fan, do we care about that, or do we care about banging on trash cans and nipple clamps that buzz you to tell you if a curveball's coming? Like, what's really cheating?
I gotta
You
tell
tell
you.
me.
Hey, I gotta tell you, we can't find another way to get the message across other than tasing each other. Right? I gotta tell you, if Tobin wanted to send me a special message, tap my foot under the table. You ain't gotta shock me.
Take a quick break. Back after this.
2 watches underway.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Britney Spears comes out today. She is demanding a public apology. Where the hell is Britney Spears' apology from the Spurs?
Wow. Pop princess.
I mean, is she asking too much to get one from Victor Wembanyama?
I don't think she
'Cause I
is.
think okay.
I don't think she
Why
is.
Why would he give her an apology?
I think because you want to know something that's
If he never even saw her, as the story he's telling, he had no idea who it was, no idea who touched him on the back. They told him to keep moving. Why would he have to apologize?
Well, according to Britney, she said that she got an apology apparently 30 minutes later in a restaurant. She's wanting a public apology because people are saying she deserved to get hit. And the way she was explaining it was that, like, she has been in the midst of a lot of mobs and have dealt with security. She's never seen any member of her security smack anybody like that with people trying to get at a music star. She deserves an apology. Pop princess. Otherwise, you deal with the ramifications of the Brit curse.
Wow.
Yep.
On the biggest athlete to come out of any sort of high school or, pre-college thing since LeBron James, the Brit curse.
Yep. Got to be careful.
That's not good for the NBA.
It's not good for the NBA. It's not good for the NBA. And I think it's a simple thing she's asking for. She's not asking for moving the moon and stars. And I think that the more you hide from it, the more you wait. Now we're kind of getting into damage is done territory from the Spurs if they were to apologize. But I just think, they clearly erred. They did something wrong.
Okay, but my point is that she's not expecting one from Victor Wembanyama. She's expecting one from the Spurs.
I don't know. I don't know if it's. I think she wants a public apology. I don't know who went up to her and apologized. I don't think Victor Wembanyama went up to her and apologized. I think that the Spurs did. But either way, nobody's apologized to her publicly.
Wow. The Heat would have apologized already.
Well, it would have been payback if one of her security people would have slapped the hell out of the guy walking up to the table.
True.
Then they would have said samesies, shook hands, and just moved on.
It'd have been like 2-piece, bitch.
All right. Some news.
Say, it's Britney.
Today on this,
you got to do it with some attitude. You can't just do it.
Of course.
Let them know what's up.
What just happened? Well, we hit her baby one more time.
-1. No.
-1.
The NFL, they've announced who is going to be on Hard Knocks, and they have picked the New York Jets.
Wow.
And I am jealous. I
Should've
want the Dolphins on Hard Knocks. I don't want the Jets to be on Hard Knocks. I'm jealous.
Are you serious? Do you dude, like sometimes I wonder,
what?
Do you care about winning? Or
I care
do you
I care about entertainment. I care about entertainment, and I wish the Dolphins were on Hard Knocks. I'm jealous. I'm jealous the Jets get to be on Hard Knocks this year.
Nobody wants to be on Hard Knocks, right?
Yeah, but it's a weird thing. It's just a loser, like, football thing. We think it's a distraction. It's not a distraction. The Lions were on Hard Knocks last year.
Really? It's not a distraction?
It's not.
Says who? You?
Yeah. If you make it a distraction, if you let it be a distraction, that's on you. But it's not a distraction.
Really?
In today's day and age, with all this coverage everywhere, anytime, anybody can really have their own version of Hard Knocks causing a distraction. So I'd like to get the insight on my team. I'd love to see what Tua, have a Tyreek and Waddle episode, have a Jalen Ramsey episode.
Go to practice.
I will go to some practices. Can't go as many as last year because obviously we have a different time. But I'd like to see the inner workings. But I can't. I gotta watch. I gotta watch Ayahuasca Boy.
What you are is a disruption to success.
That's not true. That's not true, dude. Don't say that.
You don't care about your team winning. You just want them in the spotlight.
Wow. I do want them in the spotlight. I like spotlight.
So here, if they start off 10-0, what did better for them? The 10-0 or the fact they were on Hard Knocks.
Wow, what a tremendous argument, Leroy. Does the Dolphins starting off undefeated, what's better for them, that or Hard Knocks? Why can't they do both? That's what I would say. You know what you're doing? You're saying that just because they be on Hard Knocks, they couldn't be 10-0. And what I would say
I'm just saying I would rather not have anything get in the way of the task at hand.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Will there be a person alive right now that will determine the AFC East was the Jets are on Hard Knocks and the Dolphins weren't? Do you, as a player and a person who thinks that all this narrative stuff doesn't mean anything, you're telling me now you think that's the difference on who wins the division?
I'm saying that if I'm preparing for a season and I have all this pressure on me to succeed, which you have put on them also, then I would rather have as little outside noise as possible. So I can concentrate on doing what I need to do.
Mike McDaniel is a showman. Trust me when I tell you he could handle Hard Knocks better than anybody.
It's not whether you can. It's why even try if you don't have to. That's not football.
I would have volunteered for it.
That's not camp. That's not preparing for the season. That's guys trying to put on a show for a weekly show instead of necessarily preparing for what you got going on to get ready for the season.
The Lions,
and I'm not saying, listen, and I'm not, to your point, I'm not saying it does or doesn't help or hurt, but I'm saying that without it, I know it's not going to be a issue.
I just couldn't imagine being a Jets fan today and being upset my team was on Hard Knocks. I'd be pumped up to get extra coverage of my team. Like if you were be honest, if you were a Dolphins fan, okay, let's say that they were up for Hard Knocks and they got selected, you wouldn't be hyped today?
No.
I would be excited.
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because here,
like watching that.
Here, answer this question for me, and I'll agree with you. What does Hard Knocks have to do with winning?
Nothing. That's my point.
Okay, and that's my point.
No, but your point. See, here's the thing. You think what you're saying is it has nothing to do with winning means it's a negative. I'm saying exactly, it's not a negative. So what's the difference?
But it could be. So why risk it?
No.
You're saying nah.
No.
Now, what was the most successful team on Hard Knocks?
Last year, the Lions were good.
They go to playoffs?
No, but they were very respectable.
When was the last time a Hard Knocks team went to playoffs?
Hold on.
When was it? No.
I think the year before. I think the Bengals did.
The Bengals were good.
Yeah. But be real about it. The Lions being respectable is like making the playoffs.
It's not. No, there's nothing like. Listen, there's nothing. Dude, there's nothing like making the playoffs. You either make the playoffs or you don't.
You're the Lions.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to do soft toss right now, and you're trying to smooth over the nonsense you've been spewing.
The Lions should have hung a banner for being respectable last year. That should go down in Dolphins. In
now
Lions
going
lore.
up in the Raptors, a respectable banner.
Yeah,
we didn't get it. We weren't 1-15 or 0-16.
It should. Nobody's a little sneaky afraid of the Lions this year?
No. Wait. You do realize the Browns went 2 seasons at 1-31?
Yeah. Well, the Browns had a bad. See, here's the thing. I think maybe you're looking at the Browns. The Browns had a disastrous Hard Knocks. Baker Mayfield, Hugh Jackson getting undermined.
I don't want to risk it.
But they were a circus. I think the Dolphins tight ship.
You're making a lot of assumptions to make this work. And I'm like, why risk it? That's all I'm saying.
I just want a Tyreek Hill episode.
So go to practice.
Remember the ping pong table saga? That would have been much better.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Oh, we would have been able to see it.
Yeah.
Marcos.
I'm sorry.
Stop it. Why do you do this? You're like his own little personal DJ Khaled.
He can have his own thoughts. You don't have to.
My own thoughts.
Just because he doesn't agree with you doesn't mean he always agrees with me.
It'd be fun.
You're not serious right now, are you? You are not serious.
You're being a bully.
Hold on.
Yeah, you're bullying
Marcos. -1 for both of y'all lying because you always agree with Tobin. You never said, yeah. But stop it. Stop it.
The Aaron,
for deception.
do you think there's going to be an Aaron Rodgers episode, and is that going to be the weirdest episode in Hard Knocks history? Because you know he's going to be like with a shaman.
It's gonna be so annoying.
I just picture him sitting at midfield with his legs crossed, going, and somebody walks, and another player walks by and goes, "Idiot."
I already don't want the Jets to be successful. Even more, I want them to be bad this year.
Stunt Steve says, weren't the Rams on Hard Knocks the year they won? I don't remember. Was that the dumb year where they did both teams?
No, they didn't win. Here's why. Because wasn't the year they were on it was we're not gonna go 7-9. That was the year.
Well, they were on it multiple times recently. They were that season, and then I think there was a season where they did both LA teams, which I didn't watch that season because pick a team. Not watching two teams about Hard Knocks.
I'm just saying, with all the pressure on this organization, this coaching staff, and these players, with all the things that the owner has put together and gave them the resources to go out and win, I don't want anything to get in the way of that.
Menu 631 does make a good point when he says Tua's about that business. He avoids the cameras. Tua would hate Hard Knocks.
Yeah. So let's take it one step further. You want Tua to have a good year?
I do.
Why would you want him to be in a situation where he's uncomfortable for a whole camp?
I don't know if he'd be uncomfortable. I just I feel
you see, but what my point is, why risk it? Why risk it?
It's some entertainment, baby.
No, for your entertainment. You know what entertains me? You know what entertains me? Winning.
Yeah, but you can't win camp. You always tell me that.
Yeah, I feel like
I didn't.
All of these things, what you
I
talk about,
didn't say you can't win camp.
I think you've said that.
I never said that. Wait a minute. No. Wait, Marcos. We're gonna take a timeout right here while I explain this fraud. Okay? Because how many times a day does he say to me, you know what? You always do this. Try to put words in my mouth to make your story right. And this guy just did the same damn thing.
Let's
point this out. Let's point this out. So the next time when old Tomes gets all offended and says that I put words in his mouth, even though most times we have audio evidence, right? Like, no, you're doing the same thing.
Nah, I feel like you've said that before. That's
no, I haven't said that. That doesn't even sound like me.
Do you think Baldy said that you can't win camp?
Baldy said it.
Because I feel like Baldy would say you could win camp.
I feel a little bit differently if Baldy said it.
Yeah.
See, and that's your go-to move. That's your go-to move. And see, Marcos, for you saying I never agree with, I don't always agree with him. You're a liar. What are you guys doing to me?
Take a quick break. Back after this.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback. Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock. Caron Butler, Miami Heat coach. He is the head coach of the Summer League team. He's going to join us in the 12 o'clock hour. We will talk to Caron and get it going. Lone Star saying that my hour 2 was not good. -1.
Yikes.
Look,
That's
he's loyal. I'll
unfortunate.
take it. If you know, as you know, as a guy
-1.
who criticizes people from time to time, you got to be able to know when you take your own criticism. So if Lone Star says it's a -1, it's a -1.
I was also looking at the chat and noticed that someone brought up a good point. I think for the first time in like 2 to 3 weeks, we've gone 60 minutes without saying Dame Lillard.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
That's like the first time in quite some time.
Look, I don't really it does feel, I know yesterday the big thing that was thrown about, there's the ESPN said that they're in an impasse. You know, that there's the thing that everybody seems to be putting out there is that the Miami Heat have offered, this is the reports, that the Miami Heat have offered something for Damian Lillard, but they haven't necessarily offered their best offer. This is what the reports are saying.
All right.
That they're at an impasse because the Miami Heat are in a spot right now where they know that Damian Lillard is only going to come to the Miami Heat. And the other reports are that nobody else is offering anything for Damian Lillard because they have gotten the message loud and clear. And so now we have this press conference this past week where Cronin's saying, oh, if it takes months, it takes months. You know, we'll see. I don't know. I personally think that what differs from this, from the Kevin Durant situation, and what differs from James Harden, where they went into the seasons with their teams even after making a stink in the summer, is one, those teams wanted to contend. This is a team in Portland that does want to rebuild. I mean, he basically admitted as such. You know, he said that our guys are maybe more win now than you think, but he also says, I respect why Damian Lillard looks at this and doesn't think it's a win now situation.
Right.
So it's not like they're going into this with the hope of, oh, well, if he stays, we will actually contend. He knows they can't contend. The other thing is they have a guy who they just drafted number 3 who plays the same position as Dame. So we're sitting here and we're talking about, oh, well, they can't even trade for Tyler Hero because they have so many guards. Well, then imagine if Damian Lillard stays. So I don't believe him when he says, oh, if it takes months, it takes months. Now, will the Heat, as we like to say on the show, go back and give a sweetener? I don't know. And I'm not just saying specifically for Jovic. I'm just saying anybody. Sweetener. I don't know.
I think what ends up happening is they get another team involved where they trade an asset to that team for draft picks and either another player or something like that, and then send that to Portland, right?
Yeah.
Because let's be clear. One of the things that confused me about all the things that Cronin said was this, or from what we heard, we want a guy who can play, that provides veteran leadership, right? Along with some draft assets. And I'm like, but if you're rebuilding, who wants to be the old guy that comes in to do that?
Yeah, I mean, like, look, they made it clear they don't want Tyler. right? Like that doesn't seem to make sense for the roster for whatever reason. People think that Tyler Hero stinks all of a sudden, which is stupid.
I don't think it's that. I don't think they think it stinks.
You would honestly, like people are acting like getting Tyler Hero in a trade is an albatross, and it's not. It's not. I mean, Tyler Hero for what he provides offensively, with how good
that's a double eagle. That's really good.
It's good in golf. It's not good as far as a contract. You don't want an albatross contract, dude. Big bird, just hang it over you. Albatross, big wingspan,
10 feet.
Yep,
that's the wingspan.
Yep.
Jesus.
You remember Rescuers Down Under?
Oh yeah. How could I forget?
They flew on an albatross.
Did they?
Yep.
Wow. That's a big bird. Fat.
But
it said fat.
Well, that's what it is. Like you have this big bird. That's an albatross contract. But you're right. In golf, it is good. Very confusing. So for golfers yourself, I'm sorry for that. Speaking of golf, can we get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover law firm? YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Well, there's a heat advisory out till 8 o'clock. It's going to feel like between 105 and 110 degrees outside. Add in a little humidity. Add in a slight breeze of about 5 to 10 miles an hour. I'm telling you right now, even the trees are hot. They ain't even moving. We got some light clouds coming out of the east. And it's probably like 93 degrees right now.
There you go. How do you do, Marcos?
Currently 92 degrees, partly cloudy. Humidity is at 56%, aka soupy.
No, that's not soupy. As soon as you get around 80, that's soupy. 80%.
That's melty. Start getting swampy. That's what it is. Swampy. 80% is swampy.
You would know swampy, frog boy.
All right, it's offensive.
You walk right into that one.
Hey, you just peeked your head around the corner for the monster to chop it off.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to bring up the fact that you're wearing a Christmas shirt, and it is currently July. Don't re-examine your shirt now.
He is wearing a Christmas shirt.
I just saw a gray shirt.
The naughty and nice and green and red didn't really register.
I didn't think it that far. I didn't think that far into it. It's a gray shirt.
All right.
Some people on the chat saying Tyler's still a kid too. He's improved every year. Bam out of the bayou says Hero's not a 50% shooter. Barely gets to the paint without Bam. Most of his damage is on mid-range and floaters. My only thing with that is I would say this: he's 23. Like he has developed as a scorer every single year. He has gotten better and gotten into those spots every single year, and he's an elite shooter. Like he's a great shooter.
I think that's one of the things that has gotten lost in sports, and I've said this over and over again, that most basketball players don't get into their prime until they're 26, 27 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We have all these one and dones coming to the league, and we're expecting them to be great right away, and we're not giving them a chance to develop into the best version of themselves, and then we hold it against them. Right now, people are holding against Tyler Hero that he's had success and he's only 23.
And they're holding against that he has to get this big contract. And the thing that's crazy with, he keeps getting compared to like Tyrese Maxey. Maxey's a really good player, maybe the fastest player in the league. Dude does get to the rim like a demon. But one of the things that makes Maxey really attractive is you haven't paid him yet. And once you pay him, he ain't gonna look as attractive because then you're gonna start saying, okay, well, you do this and you have this pressure and you have all this stuff on you. Like it changes in a salary cap league, what you make changes the perception of what people expect from you.
Here, 15 and 10 looks a lot different when you're making $30 million a year.
Yeah.
Even though the player is still being true to who he is. And that's the problem. Like the teams don't pay them like that. The teams pay them to be who they've been and hopefully improve a little bit. But the outsiders looking in are going to look at Tyrese Maxey and go 15 and 10 next to Joel Embiid. That ain't helping him. Just like, we did it with James Harden. James Harden was 20 and 10.
Japan Chapolnik says that Tobin is Tyrese Big Maxi.
Point for Twitcher.
We can't even talk. We can't mention sports names anymore.
Can't even do it. Everybody just goes and then they make it a fat pun. But anyway, like, look, you have multiple people saying he's going to net at least a first round pick. And if it's at a certain point, and even if they get the right pick, I believe it can even unlock more picks for the Heat, depending on what they can send. So, like, the Heat are going to have, like, the Heat can have avenues to get more stuff to get to Portland. And it seems like the number one thing they probably would want is picks because they're rebuilding. So, and I don't even know, like, the thing that's interesting about it too is just like nobody else is even in the scuttle anymore because apparently the Sixers don't want to trade Tyrese Maxey. They don't want to deal him. And this Celtics deal that they want to keep throwing at you, they thinking like this is great of Malcolm Brogdon, who's always hurt, Robert Williams, who's got one leg, and acting like this is some grand prize deal as opposed to the Heats. I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, here's what makes the Heat more appealing. Dame said he wanted to come here.
That's right.
Like, you can throw whatever deals you want.
Which apparently now all of a sudden is an issue for everybody. Like Damian Lillard is the guy. As classic guys it gets, now everybody's hit their limit of no players getting to go where they want to go. It's been happening since not even like the last way. Like usually players have gotten to go where they want to go. Like for the years it was just the Lakers and everybody wanted to get to LA and everybody was happy going to LA and everybody was fine. Now it's like, what? We like Damian Lillard is the guy where it hit its crescendo. But that's where we've said no more of people getting to go where they want to go. I'm like, that guy, really? And I saw Stephen A. Smith. He was on the Bill Simmons podcast. I saw this on Drew Starr's Twitter account, and he said people only had a problem because he said he wanted to go to Miami. And I was happy that Stephen A. Smith said it because Stephen A. Smith's a Knicks fan. He's a national guy, and I'm glad that somebody finally said like, oh wait, you only have a problem because he wants to go to Miami,
right? Because
yeah, most of the Northeast media is Philly and Boston and New York. And when you don't pick one of those, bet your ass if he would have said, I only want to go to Boston or I only want to go to Philly, bet your ass everybody would have been making the argument of, well, you should take Tobias Harris' expiring contract. Well, you should take Malcolm Brogdon's broken ass and acted like it's a gift. But because it's Miami, now all of a sudden, oh, what kind of a terrible offer is that? Even though they can get him they can get him draft picks. They can get him young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I tell you what, like, I turn into these national broadcasts for the Summer League. They're praising Jovic to high heaven. They're like, damn, this Jovic is impressive. We're acting like, oh, he's just some no-name that nobody cares about. You don't think these basketball scouts have eyes? It's just wild to me. We're acting like the Heat have nobody that anybody would want on their basketball team. That's stupid.
We have the best offer. Name a better offer that
there is no other offer. But even if it was, let's not.
This becomes the best offer because Dame said he would come here.
Of course, for sure. But also young talent, a proven scorer, and draft picks. What the hell else do you want?
Unless Riley's really trying to put the screws to Cronin.
Oh, and you know what? That's another thing that I was thinking too. Leroy had brought this up.
Like, what if Riley really is trying to hardball him and he's got his one draft pick?
I mean, I think he's in a position with leverage, isn't he?
I don't know. I mean, I think here's my leverage. If I'm Riley, I'm just like, let me just get Damian Lillard, you know?
But see that, and that's your hold on. That is your problem with sports, Tobin.
Why?
You don't care what happens. You just want them.
Yep.
Right? You don't look at your roster and say, why would I add Dalvin Cook? You don't care. You just want Dalvin Cook.
That's right.
You can't run an organization like that.
Nah, you can. Come on.
No, you can't.
Want him. Want Dame Dollar. There's not a guy who's not Bam or Jimmy. And if you told me the haul today was Tyler Hero, 3 first-round picks, Jacquez, and Jovic. If you told me that was what they got, but I got Damian Lillard, that's amazing.
No, that's too much. It's too much.
Is it?
Yeah.
$10, baby.
It's too much when it's the only team he's going. He's the only place he's coming.
But if you told, like, if they said that's the only thing we're doing to make this deal happen.
Really? Wait. You know what I'll do? I'll hang up and listen because Dame is going to make a bigger stink.
I told Heat fans that's what you got to give up for Damian Lillard. You got to give up Hero, the 3 picks, Jacquez, and Jovic.
No,
Okay?
no,
You're not doing it.
That's a
I'm
lot.
not doing it.
You're not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Well, I think you're in the minority.
No, that's not true.
I think you're in the minority.
That's not true.
Because if I got Damian Lillard,
Why are you bidding against yourself?
hear me out. You got Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo, and Caleb Martin, and Love, and Jay Rich.
Now we're talking about Love. And
We
Jay
have
Rich.
Love.
Still
Like
out.
they're
That's
saying.
a contender, baby. And yeah, it's going to hurt to lose Yovi. And Jacquez has great hair. And Tyler Hero's cool. But
Why are you sending them all intangibles?
game time, baby.
No.
Why am I sending them all intangibles? Why are you making that a thing? Why can't they just be basketball players?
Now all of a sudden you offended by intangibles. The phrase was coined by you.
There's not a Heat fan alive who's going to sit here and say when he gets that first
It's
introduction
too
to Mike
much.
Damon,
It's
Dude.
too much.
you don't even know what this Jaquez can be. He's not even out on the court. And Jovic, it hurts, but you know what? You got to give to get. Got to give to get.
I'm not doing it. I'm telling you, it's too much. Put it on the
That's
boat.
what Leroy's saying though. You are bidding against yourself. Like you don't.
I understand.
You
but
don't have to give him that much.
You
Well,
can slow. You can here.
But nobody's
Riley can slow roll it. There's no basketball being played right now. Why would you ship the biggest haul you could possibly ship right away?
You got to get it done.
You don't have to get it done right now. That's my point. Why do you have to get it done this week?
Oh, because I want him on the Heat, baby. I want to get
You're
zeros.
not
out
playing
there.
basketball.
Oh, but it's going to be here before you know it.
Okay, before you know it isn't now. So why rush into it and give him your best offer you have right away?
The only thing that's making you upset about this deal is Jovic. Let's be real about it.
Yep.
I made it
Agreed.
Jaquez. Okay, so what if I made it Caleb Martin instead of Jovic?
No, you need those guys.
You're adorable.
You can't just be a three guy. You need guys off the
You're
bench.
insulting Joe Cronin right now. Is what you're doing. You're
No,
insulting.
I'm not.
You're insulting
Joe
Cronin.
Cronin has insulted Joe Cronin. I'm just merely
insulting Joe
pointing it
Cronin.
out.
I'm not going to call up a Joe Cronin and insult him. You
Yeah,
know,
watch out. He may get jolted again.
he might get jolted. I'm not going to insult
Wait a
him.
minute. According to what the Heat offered, he already been insulted.
Well, maybe they're trying to put the
Just
screws
let
to
it
him.
play out.
Maybe they are trying to put the screws to him. I don't
There
know.
is no Tobin. Oh my goodness. Can I just ask one question?
Yeah.
What's the rush to put all those assets on the line right now?
What's the rush?
Yeah.
What are we waiting
Nobody
for?
else. Nobody else is bidding for him,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So why?
I think what I would ask, my counter to that would be, what are we waiting for?
We waiting on not having to give you all this crap.
Nah, come on.
That's what negotiations are.
You're trying to win a small battle. It's small potatoes. Get Dame Dollar here.
No, it's not.
It's small potatoes.
For
Well, it's
every guy you keep, that creates depth.
Oh, depth. You play 7 guys in the playoffs. Depth, schmepth.
Not the Heat. The Heat played 9-10
Not by the end of it, they weren't.
because everybody was hurt.
No, because Spo was just like, it's over. Eesh.
Just like be patient with it.
Never forget those 60 seconds.
Here's the thing.
Costed us
We
a
all
ring.
know this. Dame Dollar would be in the Heat uniform next year. Okay. How it happens is yet to be seen. But you don't go into your car dealership
Mm-hmm.
and go, here's how much I have to buy for a car.
Mhm.
What can you sell me? Because that guy gonna try to get you for the cheapest model and put you in with
It's
the
not
most.
the cheapest. No. But here's the thing. You keep saying that. In this case, I'm guaranteed I'm walking out with a Bentley crossed with a Tesla. Like I have the greatest car.
Okay, but guess what? You ain't driving it for a couple of months. What's the rush in making that deal now?
Why wait? Why can't I just have it in my
Yeah,
parking lot and just admire it? No.
Because you paid too much.
Even if I can't drive it, I could wash it, I could polish it up.
Really? You're an idiot. You're an idiot. No, you're not. No, you're not. Listen,
Nice.
hold on. First of all,
Now you watched the whole car.
Shiny.
I've seen your car
Hmm?
and the Sports Authority you got in the trunk.
Yeah.
You ain't doing that to your car.
Yeah, but right now I'm driving around right now in basically like a Cody Zeller. Okay. I'm literally driving a car until the wheels fall. Okay. You know, I'm not driving around in a Dame Dollar. I got Tennessee Jeffrey trying to, well, I got to do my process to fix your alternator. Like, thanks a lot, Cody Zeller. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. We're going to be doing a little adjusting here on a Wednesday since Caron Butler is going to join us in the 12 o'clock hour. We're going to do Rats Off a Ship coming up this hour.
Ah.
All right, so get your rats ready, everybody.
Caron Butler is worth us mixing it up.
He is why. Listen, we're going to be mixing it up, dude. So Rats Off a Ship is coming your way in a matter of like 5 minutes or so. We will do the rats. Love the rats.
Love it.
Love the rats. So we'll get to that. Miami Dolphins. More these rankings keep coming out here, dude. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but these rankings, these positional rankings came out. So they did safeties today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm interested.
You're interested?
Yeah, I need to hear where Snowman lies.
All right. Here's the rankings.
All right.
ESPN. Now, yesterday we had Jalen Ramsey. He was 3. Xavier now is technically 11. He was first honorable mention, so just outside the top 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1 safety this year for the NFL, according to ESPN and their execs. Think of Fitzpatrick.
What?
Yep. Number 1.
Damn it.
Number 1.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts.
It's not this regime's fault, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
They couldn't get along with Flores. I guess they meant.
Wait, isn't he still being coached by Flores?
No, Flores is the defensive coordinator of the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah. He's on a new team now. Anyway, Minka Fitzpatrick's number 1 on this list. Want to know what his ball hawk rate was?
Oh, I do. I really was looking it up.
28.2.
Wow, that's good.
That is good.
Because Sauce Gardner was at like 20, and that was impressive.
Yeah, he has a great ball hawk rate for old Stinka. Derwin James, he's number 2.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. Yeah.
Florida State guy.
Justin
Wasn't he hurt last year or 2 years ago?
I feel like he is hurt a lot.
He is injury prone. He was coming off of an injury, and I think he got injured again.
Says now that James put together 2 full seasons after injury plagued 2019-2020. So he's been good the last 2 years.
Okay.
Justin Simmons from the Broncos is 3.
Nah.
Buda Baker from the Cardinals. Remember, he got chased down by DK Metcalf.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
So that should drop you.
He's 4.
Nah.
And then number 5.
Okay.
Javon Holland.
Yeah. Love it.
Javon Holland. They write, the buzz on Holland has been building since last year when he made a significant push to the top 10 after his rookie year in Miami. Quote, every time you watch Miami on cross tape, you see number 8 and say, that's a real guy. The next one they pay, an NFL personnel director said. What's cross tape, Leroy?
I Googled it immediately. You can get it on Amazon, apparently.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is that another name for the full 22, or what the hell's cross tape?
No. I mean, what, cross tape? Offense watching defense? Defense watching offense?
Yeah.
I'm not
that's what
sure.
I'm saying,
Oh, a little cross tape.
Holland has shown versatility since being drafted in 2021. In 33 games, he has 4 interceptions, 17 pass deflections, 2 fumble recoveries, 4 sacks, and 165 tackles.
Wow.
There's a refinement to his game that coaches and scouts respect. Quote, he does everything. Range, he can play around the box, tackles, the director said. The ultimate chess piece.
Yep. Wow. I want him to retire a Dolphin. If I get a jersey and it's not a Tua, Tyreek, it's got to be a Holland.
Now listen, dude. If I was Fangs and I'm opening up a restaurant, okay?
Yep.
He's got the ingredients, dude. He's got the ingredients. He better get this right. He better get this right away. I'm expecting a great defense this season because we did these rankings. You have Wilkins, all right? You had what's his face?
Ramsey?
You had Ramsey. You got Holland, all right? Xavier Howard, honorable mention. That doesn't even mention Sealer it on up.
That all sounds great.
Chubb.
But I'm going to tell you, all that success in the secondary is a direct correlation to how well the D-line does.
Our D-line's one of our deepest units, though.
Correct.
I feel like they're going to be playing well off each other then. And our linebacking core, I know, has been a weak spot these past couple decades, but you know, we're past the days of Daniel Ellerbe and Philip Wheeler.
Well, I mean, it's hard not to be worse than that. I mean, dude play with one arm.
Oh, Mr. Billy Club.
But either way,
nothing like watching a Billy Club linebacker guard a tight end one-on-one on the 2-yard line.
I'm just saying, like, look.
With a coach who came from that system and knew it probably was going to happen.
You're sitting here and you're telling me that players play. And what I'm telling you is, while that is the case, Fangs better put these players in the right position to play.
Coaches do help. I'm not going to discredit what coaches do.
Oh, we've seen
Right.
some boob coaches.
But when it gets down to it, there are going to be more situations on a football field where a coach sends in a bad call and the player compensates for it versus coach sending in a great play and you have guys who still can't get the job done.
What the heck says Fangs grand opening September 10th, all you can eat. Listen, I don't know if Fangs likes a Golden Corral. Do you think Fangs likes a Golden Corral?
Oh, the
Nope.
old love
The
Golden
old do
Corrals.
like a Golden
They
Corral.
do love Golden Corrals.
I tell you what the old do like also. Slot machines.
Oh,
dude. That is true.
You could probably find Fangs at just a rando gas station, just looking,
my
playing some
God.
slots.
That happened. This gas station up the street had 3 of them in the corner. I was like, how much of a degenerate are you that you're going to the local gas station?
Dude, when I was driving through, Tennessee, I think it was South Carolina. In a gas station, the old were all over the slot machines.
It's just so strange. Dude.
They love it. I mean, Fangs has the Hard Rock here, so I mean, it's a
Yeah.
little bit more upper class.
I mean, Marcos, you can't, soon as you get off the plane in Vegas,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In the airport.
For
sure.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had some family members in Vegas that I haven't heard from in quite some time. I heard they frequent the supermarket because of the slot machines in the supermarket. It's crazy.
Crazy. All right. Rats off a ship. Next.
WQAM broadcast.
rats off a ship.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the show. Where's JFig?
Not 12 o'clock yet.
I understand, but we needed rats off a ship early today.
It's true.
Is she not there?
She's here. She brought us back. Maybe she's making a grand entrance. You know, sometimes you need to make a grand
Maybe you
entrance.
do need to make a grand entrance every once in a while.
Maybe you do. In the meantime, I was a DJ yesterday.
What?
Yep.
What do you mean you were a DJ?
Learned a new skill. I was on the ones and twos. Ones and twos. I was doing a little fiki, as the kids say.
You're not talking about lily pads, right?
Wait, what?
No. I was on DJ equipment doing a little peeky. Not impressed. It was pretty good.
Robbie the Degenerate's in the chat, though.
Oh, Robbie.
It's good to see Robbie.
Our boy. He says JFig is outraged that we snuck a Q&A in. Remember we used to do Q&As? That was Robbie's thing for the first 2 weeks. When I took over the show, Robbie was like, Q&A?
Anybody?
Q&A?
He does like to get his takes in there. Listen.
Yeah.
Robbie is always welcome to a Q&A. Either way, all right. Marcos, I sent you rats off a ship. Let's see if we can get to it there.
Rats off a ship. Topic number 1. Spo. Really being on a plane to Portland?
I see this picture. It's going viral. This guy, he says, on a plane from Vegas to Portland with Spoelstra. Hope he's not here to pick up Dame.
Wow.
But I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know. I want to believe him.
Wait, he looks pretty alone in an airport. That's kind of scary.
I mean, he's going to Portland from Vegas. I mean, you want to talk about going maybe from the most fun place to like know. But he does love Portland, and he does have a steakhouse up there. So maybe he's just going up there to, do a checkup on the chef.
That's right.
Does he have family there?
Yeah, he's from Portland.
Okay.
I think so I mean, there could be it doesn't mean that he's there to go get Damian Lillard. Do I believe that he's actually on this plane though? Or is this like Kawhi Leonard being at the DMV?
Oh,
you're the only person who got by that.
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not the only person that got by that.
I am alarmed at how alone he is. That is very strange.
I mean, maybe he wanted to be left alone. He's got the earpods
it's in the airport, dude. You accidentally run into people from all over.
Yeah, but I just feel like there's no way he's just alone traveling. I feel like it's either a family trip or a basketball-related trip. So for him to be on a Spirit Airlines flight is strange.
First of
all, why does he have to go to Vegas? Like,
he ain't flying Spirit, dog.
Here's the thing, though. If Eric Spoelstra, and I'm rats off a ship on this being real, just so we're clear. But if he was, why would he be going to Portland? He doesn't have to recruit Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard already says he wants to go to Miami.
That's why I asked the other questions. Is he just going to family and we're making something out of this that it's not?
I don't know. I don't even know if it's real. Do you think it's real?
Does look like him.
It does look like it definitely is Eric Spoelstra. I just don't know when this picture was taken and if he's actually going to. How do we know that this guy wasn't going on a flight to? I don't know.
That's the problem I have. None of these pictures are time stamped.
Exactly, dude. Exactly, dude.
Okay. All right. So Leroy, you think it's real, or are you rats off a ship on that?
I think the picture is real. I just don't know when it was taken.
Very
so I'm rats off a ship on him going to Portland to get Dame.
Gotcha.
Rats off a ship.
Because Cronin's Cronin's going to be in Vegas, right?
Yeah, which is the perfect time to pull off a heist.
Really?
Yep.
So they're just sneaking him out.
Yep. Ellisberg has him at the buffet line.
Hey,
Spo's flying to Portland.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. You don't go kidnap a player. You have to trade for him.
No, it's finders keepers, dude. Oldest law of the land. Heist.
Wait, wouldn't it be something if he went there to get Dame and Dame's already in Miami?
Dame has been traveling a lot.
All right. So where are your rats, Marcos?
I am unfortunately rats off a ship.
Rats off
The picture is just too closed in for me.
Mm.
Definitely some sort of edits have been done to that photo. I like it though.
Shmeet the Chmolnik says, "Why do you guys have Dame as Liam Neeson's daughter from Taken?" I'm coming for you, Dame.
The victim.
I have a unique set of skills. I will
Eric
find
Spoelstra.
you.
Eric Spoelstra, backpack guy, huh?
Backpack guy, yeah. You think he definitely checked.
That's
the
a
bag
basketball
already.
thing, right?
For sure.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he travels light.
I'm a backpack guy. Wherever I'm going, I will wear 3 layers of clothes and then use a backpack. And it's not because I'm trying to cheap out on buying a check bag. I just like it's just so much hassle. I just want to walk in, take my book bag off, put it back on.
I would love.
You know what I do when I have 2 bags? When I get to the airport, first thing I try to do is upgrade. Because if you upgrade to first class, it costs the same amount as the bag, and you get the bag for free.
Never been in first class.
Me neither. You think Eric Spoelstra flies first class?
No, he flies his own. He's in his own plane. He's in a PJ, right?
No, that picture looked like
It didn't look like it. Didn't look
that picture there looks like he's waiting for his own plane. Nobody else is in the picture.
You think Eric Spoelstra's taking a PJ to Portland?
No.
Yep.
Dolo?
I mean, maybe.
That's not his style.
He's a
Really?
rich man.
Let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Nobody's around. There ain't nobody to check his ticket. He ain't even got a damn ticket. What does that mean? PJ.
No, that just means he's in group 4 and he didn't upgrade his ticket.
He said everybody else is already on the plane.
There's no way.
Wait, look at the computer. Put the picture up. Look at the computer that's supposedly be used for check-in going into the gate. See right there where the people are? See
nobody there.
There's nobody there.
But that could be another gate, though.
Oh, that's a closed.
It could be
gate
another
for
gate.
sure. Yeah.
Where are the shadows? There's sun everywhere. There's no other person in this area of the airport.
Leroy, how many people are going to Portland in July?
Huh.
Especially from Vegas.
True. Usually it's the other way. Oh, maybe they're returning back to Portland after their weekend in Vegas.
Dude, they're not going to fly a commercial plane with one person on it.
Stun Steve says that he's not PJ Rich, and I would say he probably is PJ Rich. He's been doing this for how many years?
He's been making, what, $8 million for the last 4 years?
Yeah. And
that in itself is enough.
You see what Popovich just got? It's supposed about to probably get $100.
Yep.
What did Pop get?
Pop got, was it 4 years, 80?
Yeah, let me see.
4 years, 80? He got a lot of money. Maybe it was 5 years, 80.
80 million, 5-year deal.
Yeah, I mean, suppose he's going to bank.
NBA highest.
Isn't Pop is what, 72, 73?
Yeah.
74
I think older
years
than that.
old. Yeah, he's 74.
Yeah, I think he's going to be 80 at the end of this deal.
Oof.
Wow.
Woo.
That Wembanyama bought him $80 million.
He's going to be like, Wemby, you don't have to apologize to Britney Spears.
Yeah, it's totally fine. I'll apologize.
What's number 2, Marcos?
Number 2, Major League Baseball All-Star jerseys. Instead of wearing your team jersey. Are you rats off a ship on that?
People are very outraged by this.
Right.
I'm rats off a ship on it, but it didn't because I
ship.
do prefer wearing your team jersey in the All-Star game. I think that's like kind of that's an MLB staple.
Yeah.
But it didn't outrage me to the idea. Everybody was just like, this is the worst thing ever. It was fine. It was fine. But people were getting crazy about the All-Star jerseys yesterday.
Yeah.
What about you, Leroy?
I'm for the All-Star jerseys.
Oh,
like I like them.
Like some.
I think that it's one of the things that you save when you go to an All-Star game that identifies you with playing on that team is that unique jersey that you now have, you get to keep that you had.
They used to do, they flip-flopped because it used to be, you used to wear them for the home run derby. And then I think it's like 2-3 years running now where they've switched it. And now you wear your jersey for the home run derby, but you wear all-star jerseys during the game. So, well, I don't know. Whatever.
I like the all-star jersey. I think there's as a young player, when you make an all-star team, you have that jersey instead of just one of your jerseys with a sticker on it.
Marcos?
I don't have a problem with these jerseys, but if you gave me the option between that or wearing your normal jersey, I think I prefer wearing your normal jersey. So I'm rats off of shit.
Weirdest thing I
rats off the
own
ship.
in my sports fandom, because I
Yeah.
was such a sick Marlins fan back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Ryan Dempster All-Star jersey.
What?
Yep.
More like Ryan Dumpster.
He was good, dude. What are you talking about?
At an all-star.
Not only that, I got Ryan Dempster.
Wait, was Ryan Dempster this guy with the
He
glove?
not at that time. He got with the trickery when he went to the Cubs.
Okay.
But Ryan Dempster on the Marlins, he was an all-star. Never got to. I don't think he pitched in that game. I was upset about that. I remember as a kid because I wanted to see my guy in his jersey in the game.
I know when he went to Chicago, he used to do this with the glove.
Yeah, definitely. He's a magician too. But Ryan Dempster, who at time was the Marlins ace, was their all-star. And they also, back in the day, they used to have the all-star hats where it would say like Dempster and had his autograph in it.
Wow.
And I got Ryan Dempster to sign that at Tommy Hutton's baseball camp.
What were you,
I was
5?
this Dempster guy, huh?
I just was a sick Marlins fan. I
Yeah.
loved. I mean, all those early 2000s Marlins. I was a degenerate with that stuff.
Ryan Dempster.
Yep.
I wasn't a fan of any team. We didn't have a team in New Orleans.
Stunt Steve wants to give you a +1 for Ryan Dempster. I feel like it's too harsh.
Point for Lee.
Number 3, Marcos.
Coming in at numero tres, Anthony Richardson, former Gator, coveted rookie quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Irsay says he can't get better not playing. So my question is, Anthony Richardson needing to play his rookie year. Are you rats off a ship on that?
I'm not rats off a ship. I agree with him. And that's kind of been the Colts thing. Like they always play their young quarterback early.
Yeah.
I know that he's kind of like the combine phenom, but let's go already. Sink or swim. Let's go, dude.
I like that.
I like it.
This has different levels. I believe that the Indianapolis Colts have the infrastructure to play a young quarterback. Every team doesn't. And so while I do realize he needs a lot of developing because he hasn't played that much, I do feel that the situation he's going in is a little bit better. However, like you got to be at least a certain bit of ready before you go in and play. And you can't go into the league saying his upside is the greatest, but he's going to be a bit of a project early and then throw him to the wolves. You're asking for trouble. So I don't know which way to go to this. I'm not going to be rats off a ship because usually the Indianapolis Colts do this better than anybody. And that is play a young quarterback, let him go through his learning pains, his bumps and bruises, and they've always seemed to come out on top.
Well, it's got to be better than what they've done the last 4 years, which is play washed quarterback.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but realistically, I think of all the teams that had to play young quarterbacks. They have seemed to not miss.
Robbie says Rodgers and Mahomes were sitters. No turning back if he's terrible the first 3 games.
Right. That's the other thing. Richardson needs development. They already said it. He hasn't played a lot of quarterback. Right? So you throw him to the fire. Now you kind of have to be extra patient with him. And I don't know if doing it that way hinders his development or you just let him go through the progression and get better until he gets to a point where now he can be somewhat productive or at least have the ability to learn like a pro and get better.
Marcos?
Yeah, I think you play him. So I am not rats off a ship on that.
That would make you rats off a ship.
I'm testing you, see if you're paying attention.
Rats off a ship.
There you go.
That is Rats Off a Ship. Get you caught up with your headlines. Caron Butler going to join us next hour. Back after this.
Hey, you went dry around the world. Hey, you went brown like a squirrel. Hey, you went Chanel pearls. Hey, you went
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560. Take you up until 2. Caron Butler going to join us this hour. We'll talk some Summer League with the head coach of the Miami Heat Summer League team. Of course, is there on Eric Spoelstra's bench with Chris Quinn, Anthony Carter, Malik Allen, and the whole crew there. So looking forward to talking to Coach coming on up. And let's get some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford. You're muted, Leroy.
We know trucks. Wasn't
There we go. What was it me?
Wasn't me.
I'm sorry, -1.
It's all good.
It is a good song.
-1.
Still can't get over you guys. You guys just still, you really would, it's like a Tommy Hunt thing. We're gonna quibble over a couple of pieces here in this Dame trade to not get Dame, huh? You guys are holding strong.
What's the rush,
dude?
Let me ask you a question. What's the rush? Has camp started?
No, camp doesn't start
Has
until October.
Has any basketball activity started?
Summer league's going on.
Is Dame even close to Miami right now?
Well, he was in the Dominican Republic this weekend.
Not that far.
My
I'll say
point
really,
being-
there's
my
only
point
2
being
weeks.
is
It's not far.
Is when it starts getting close to basketball activities or getting close to the time where Dame starts getting in shape and getting ready for basketball.
Oh, he's in shape.
Then I'll hear you.
Hitting the mitts. You know, he's out there. He's in shape, dude. You know, because with Damian Lillard, work don't stop. The work don't stop. Because I don't know if you guys know this, all right, but this isn't like the Miami Heat where he's trying to get in some little off-season time because his team shut him down this year so they could get a better draft pick to allegedly trade that for a win-now piece, except they're liars. They lied to him. So this guy's doing nothing but off-season.
Question. Does Dame stay in Portland if Portland gets the number 1 pick?
I don't know. Depends how big a Britney Spears fan he is.
It's true.
Idiot.
What?
Why?
I don't know. Maybe, but they didn't. I mean, the fact that they got the number 3 pick was kind of surprising. That wasn't in the odds for them. And then this Cronin weaseling his way. You know? Oh, I didn't know we were going to get a Dame. Sorry. Ooh. He just gets to play the bumbling buffoon. We know what he was doing. He knows what he was doing.
Being jolted somewhere.
Yeah. A likely story, dude. Come on. This guy's out here. Oh, if it takes months, it takes months. Ugh.
You know, I think the more we discuss it, the more I try to convince myself. But one hurdle I can't get over is Jaime. I want to see what he develops to. I really feel like he can be a good player.
You've seen him for 3 seconds.
I know, but hey, that footwork. Whoa,
he does that footwork.
That
dude.
footwork.
That footwork. We gotta ask Caron about that footwork.
Oh, we do gotta ask.
We gotta ask about that
He
footwork,
knows.
dude.
Really?
What?
Gotta ask him.
What?
Look, Leroy, the last time you question anything related to feet in professional sports, it's when Tobin was reading the toes, and we got proven wrong on that
That's
one.
true. That's true. Eric
So,
Metcalf, my guy.
If Caron confirms the footwork with Jaime, Leroy, you got to start taking this a little bit seriously.
I think he does too, dude. I mean, if Jaime has the footwork, how are you going to ignore that, Leroy?
He's got the footwork.
Nothing says I'm an intangible more than footwork.
No.
He's not intangibles, though, dude. He's dunking on everybody.
It's true. He has the best vert in the draft, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And you don't want to see what this turns out to be?
I mean, I would like to. Maybe Caron can sell me, you know? I mean, like, you know, he could sell me on the pieces that he's coaching. But I mean, if you told me it was Jaime Jacquez, it was standing. If Jaime Jacquez Jr. is standing between me and Damian Lillard, you know, I gotta say, Jaime, it's been real.
You know, you need some young talent, right?
Yeah, we'll find it. That's what the Heat do.
Yeah,
Here we
actually, now I
go.
think about it. If you give up all those 3 pieces, Tyler,
Mhm.
Jovic,
Your
and
team becomes 30 and over.
they're
League.
very old now. We have Kevin Love and Kyle Lowry. That's already boosting our average all the way up.
Mhm.
So our average
Jimmy,
would be 30
Dame.
34
Yeah.
years old.
It's a win now team. What are you guys waiting for? You guys waiting for the win later bus?
No.
I'm
'Cause I'm
waiting
gonna win
for
now.
basketball activities to get crack-a-lacking.
And by the way, it's not like Jaime Jacquez is like 19. He's 22. You know, basically Tyler's age.
That's a good point.
Look, I'd like to see him too, but if you guys told me if push came to shove, if we were sitting here pushing
Push
and
hasn't
shoving,
come to shove yet.
if push came to shove, that's why I said if.
That's why.
That's why I said if,
Dude,
dude.
what?
That's
No,
why I said that.
no. What I'm saying to you is, you have already played that piece already, and I'm saying you don't have to do it yet.
Whoa. Sorry. I haven't done that in a while.
You are already throwing all your chips in the middle of the table, and you don't have to yet. It's not your turn.
Let's just say we're at an impasse, okay?
We're
And
not
no
at an
movement.
impasse.
We are. The reports are that
You
we
know
are.
what gets you out of an impasse?
Did hear that.
Time. Simply because there's no basketball activities. Nobody has any sense of urgency.
It's not a
telling you.
staple,
I have a little
Leroy.
sense of urgency. I mean, I
You
would
do,
like
of course you do. You always
I have a little
do.
sense of urgency.
I want them. That's all you care about.
Because here's why. What if we do get to the home stretch and Dame really doesn't want to go back to Portland, and then he does open up his options? You got to strike while the iron's hot, while his determination is there.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Time out. Okay. Here's where you get a -1.
Mhm.
Does Dame seem like that type of dude?
I don't know. I don't know what situation he's in mentally with this.
Hard to say.
Hard to say.
Mentally, he's in the DR. He seems to be enjoying himself.
I don't know that though. I don't know. Maybe he, he runs into Eric Spoelstra at the Portland airport and he goes, "Bro, I'm not doing my thing, but like, let's go Dame time." You know?
All I'm saying is,
And imagine telling Eric,
there's no need to put all your chips on the table yet, because you still are holding the cards.
all right, but what if the dip's out there and you're ready to go?
The what?
Well, you said chips on the table. Like, what if there's a good dip?
You
good
probably
point.
got guac.
You don't like guac?
I do like guac.
no,
You don't like guac? What's not to like with guac?
I
Well, of course
don't.
he doesn't like guac. What kind of a question is
Guac-
that?
Yeah, that's true.
Guac
Yeah.
is the equivalent to spicy baby food.
Okay, dude.
I don't think you like the color green.
I don't think you like food.
That's true. You like meat.
You think the only thing you ever have an opinion on is
Wait a minute. You two jackass ain't gonna sit on this show like all you've been eating is vegetables your whole life. Look at you. You look like pot roast. You both look like pot roast.
You're lashing out,
What are you
dude.
talking
You're lashing
about?
out.
If I was a pot roast, you don't want to eat me, Leroy. All you eat is meat.
I'm like, what the hell are we talking? I'm sitting here getting guacamole advice from two guys who all they eat is meat. Stop it.
Gotta get the guacamole at Chipotle sometimes. Although it is very
I don't eat
Or
at
Rocco's
Chipotle.
Tacos. You ever get that Rocco's Tacos? They come and
Oh,
make the
they
guac
make
for
it
you.
right now. Come
Yeah,
on,
dude.
That's good stuff.
Who doesn't like that? Little guac made of tableside?
Tableside guac?
Tableside guac?
Not a fan of that.
I do not.
Wow.
I don't like tacos.
Okay.
This guy just continues.
First of all, let me tell you something. Let me
What'd you-
explain to you why I don't like tacos.
you got a weird take.
No, you know
Hold
what?
on. Let
Not
me
a- I
finish.
don't like tacos.
I am a meat eater, right? When you make a taco, in order to get all the other crap in that little bitty tortilla chip, you got to put a very little bit of meat.
That's not
And
true.
then you got to go lettuce, tomato, mash it down. And then, no.
That's not true. You can go with a pure meat taco.
Can I just say lettuce in a taco? A little much.
If you want to waste some space with some rabbit food, you could do that.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
That's for the suckers.
Throw some more cheese on there.
But here's the same guys trying to pitch me on guac.
Oh, guacamole.
Guacamole's good, though,
Really
dude.
good,
Guac is
man.
good.
Little cilantro.
With a little bit of those
lime.
chips. They
Wait,
got going
so
there?
do you like avocado?
Oh yeah.
By itself? No. Like, what am I? A
What?
camel? No.
Yeah, a little bit
Camels
of
eat
lime
guacamole?
juice.
I don't know. I was coming up with some woodland creature that I just figured would eat guacamole.
Camel's not a woodland creature.
Consider a camel.
Where
a
would you
woodland
find
creature?
what does eat? Like, would an iguana eat an avocado? Look, we got to take a break. I'll look up
Oh,
what eat
jeez.
avocados during the break. All right, back after this.
People want to know.
2 watches underway.
Piano. Trick don't kill my vibe. Trick don't kill my vibe. I can
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the show. Talk to Heat Summer League coach Caron Butler coming on up. And
Nice guy.
Caron Butler?
Yes.
Yes. Super nice guy.
My brother saw him at a random bar in Orlando, just by himself, hanging out, casually getting a drink. Went up to him and said, hello, Mr. Butler. And he was kind enough to entertain him and not diss my brother and lie about giving him shoes, Leroy. Every week I get a message from this guy saying, where's my shoes from Leroy?
This happened at the baby shower?
Happened at the baby shower, man. My baby is now 2 months old, and my brother now walks around barefoot just as a...
I told... Whoa. Here's what I told your brother.
Yes.
And you tell him he heard what he wanted to hear.
Wow.
I said, the next time I get a hookup and I can order some stuff, that I will order some extra stuff.
He made it. Yeah, I think your brother seems to think that Leroy is Jordan's Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Right.
My brother thinks that Leroy is going to individually package every pair of shoe he has and ship it to him. So,
no.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that, dude. Like, it's not
good luck for me. Good luck for him.
No,
yeah. Hey,
he's not
as mama, as Big Spoon would say to Little Fonz and Little Rebecca. Not a good listener.
And you say Caron Butler gave your brother some sneakers?
No, he was just kind enough to just entertain and engage him.
Wait, where the hell sneakers come out of this? Nobody said Caron Butler gave his brother sneakers.
I was just curious. Like, so you're grading on Leroy did entertain your brother. You're just saying he offered him gifts, and Caron Butler just was nice to your brother.
This is what I'm really saying. My brother is annoying, and Caron Butler was nice to him, unlike his previous perception of encounter with a professional athlete who promised him shoes and never delivered.
I didn't promise me shoes.
That's what you said, dude.
Hold on. First of all, wait. First of all, let's be clear. Leroy takes care of his people.
That's true.
Yeah,
so
he does.
So if I had to believe what side of that story to go on, right, without knowing the two parties, and I know how I do things, I'm gonna go ahead on and say if it happens, it happens. But I didn't promise anything. I said, hey, you know what? Periodically, I get some deals where I can order some stuff. Next time I get it, I'll loop you in.
A man who did not get Marcus' brother's shoes, Caron Butler. He's scheduled to join us next.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. Major League Baseball puts on their All-Star game tonight in Seattle, and if you're planning on betting the game, here's some things you may want to consider. The American League has won 9 straight All-Star games, last suffering a setback in 2012. The AL now leads the all-time series 47-43 and
Buddy. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Taking you up until 2 here on the show. A retro rock and roll is coming to the I Think Financial Amphitheater Friday, July 21st. We've got your chance to win tickets to see ZZ Top and Lynyrd Skynyrd on the Sharp Dressed Simple Man Tour. To enter, go to WQM.com/contest. This is a live nation show. Leroy, I just saw on my Twitter account somebody followed me on Twitter called Celtics All the Time. And I'm just thinking to myself, does that guy think he's going to have a good time on my Twitter account? That guy is just following to badger me.
That's a hate follow for sure.
He's just a hate follow. That's me. Celtics All the Time. That is your Twitter handle. And that guy thinks he's going to enjoy me.
Good luck.
All right. Well, we'll see. Anyway, a guy we always enjoy right now, the Heat Summer League. Been off to a fun start. A lot of young talent right now. Orlando Robinson's balling out. He's had one of the highest scoring Summer League games. Nikola Jovic looks awesome. Got to see a little bit of Jaime Jacquez, but he's been banged up. So we're going to get the coach on right now. Coach Caron Butler is joining us here on the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop hundreds of Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. And Caron joining us there. Coach, thanks for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. How you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. It's great to have you, Coach. We want to ask you this right off the bat. So they just came out with these new rules, the flop rule and the challenge rule. But with the first games that they were kind of testing this out was that game in Sacramento with you guys. What was that experience like where they were going to call these things out and go technical fouls? Like, did they just throw this to you on the fly that they were going to be trying out these rules? And I guess they seem to have liked it going, and they're going to adopt it for the season.
Yeah, exactly. They did try it out on the fly, and obviously we got the memo, and it happened literally right in front of our bench. And I lost my track of thinking when Jamal Cain had shot the three. He made it, but he was falling forward and he fell. I didn't consider it a flop. I just saw him like falling forward, looking for the contact, but he fell and they stopped the game, called it a flop, and it was deemed as a technical foul, and the other team got a chance to shoot the free throws. And I was just like, oh man, I totally missed that one. But I think that's really going to change the game. It really is, because a lot of guys are flailing and doing all these different things, and it can be momentum shifters, coming up this regular season.
Now, Caron, do you think this will stop people from going in and take the charge? Because a lot of times you got to sell the charge.
Yeah, not as from a charge standpoint so much, but just offensively, a lot of players are really crafty, and they're tactically technicians when it comes to, creating contact or selling the contact. And now a lot of those buckets are going to, get taken away. It's going to recall for them to have emotional intelligence, because now they're frustrated because that offensive skill of making it look like they got fouled, it is a skill. So now that messes up their game, and I just think that it's a lot of offensive players are going to be in for a rude awakening. It might affect it on the defensive end, but offensively, I think it's going to have a huge impact.
Caron, can you talk a little bit about? I mean, you got a fun squad here. You got a couple first-round picks, guys who are getting a chance to flourish out there, and a lot of other nice young pieces. But Nikola Jovic, getting him now with a year under the Heat system. Everybody talks about his muscle gain and all that stuff. But what have you seen from him? His improvement mentally, physically. What have you liked about what Jovic has brought to the table so far in Summer League?
Well, I think the two most important things is, one, his mental being. He's preparing to dominate every game. His disposition on how he comes from a preparation standpoint, his leadership, his voice, leadership at all levels is something that I preach in that locker room. And he's done a remarkable job at just making sure that his voice is being heard. He's saying the right things, whether it's walkthrough, practice, whatever the case. And then also, I think just being available. When you're a little fatigued or whatever the case may be, we've been on this journey for 2 years now. We've been on the road for 13 days amongst each other, and we've really been getting after it. And he's always at the forefront from a leadership standpoint, being available on the court, demonstrating how things are done here, talking terminology, all those things, he's just been remarkable.
Caron, one of the things that I've always been interested in is that, you know, as far as like basketball in college or basketball where you played it, getting to the NBA, you were playing games at a high level far more frequently. Is that probably one of the biggest transitions, even when you came from college and then came to the NBA, playing 82 games in your first season? Is that a little bit overwhelming for some of these young guys? Because you look at a guy like, say, Orlando Robinson, he seems now he's, you know, it's no big deal to him to come and play 2-3 games in a week. But some of these young guys, I don't know if they've necessarily ever done that.
Yeah, I think it's a huge difference. Basketball has been a hobby for a lot of guys for years, and they've been so gifted. But now you're playing against the cream of the crop of people that's been gifted, and now you have to stand on business on a daily basis because this is a business. People take their preparation extremely serious. You're not probably going to be the most athletic. You're probably not going to be the most fastest, most explosive, but the advantages that you can create is within your attention to detail and your habits on a daily basis. That's film sessions, that's watching tendencies. That's what we always preach, KYP, know your personnel, all those things. And like guys are really starting to process, wow, this is why you get the results that you get because you guys stay solution-based driven. And the guys are accepting it, they're embracing it, but it is a lot. It is a lot on the fly to take in, but I just love this group because they're learning on the fly and they're accepting and receiving the information.
From Leroy mentions Orlando there. He obviously has the monster, 36-point game. What have you liked about his growth so far this summer, Caron? Like, got a taste with you guys last year and did a nice job on his two-way, but gets the standard contract. Looks like he's going to have a little bit more of a role for you guys. So what have you liked about what Orlando and where he's grown?
But the best thing for Orlando, Kane, and Nikola was the long playoff run that we had because they got to experience the intensity of the playoffs every round. They saw the preparation at a different level. As we went further, our attention to detail and all those things got more and more important. Possession ball games got more and more important. But also their habits and how they were, training and preparing and the offensive things I was installing and the terminology that I was installing defensively, Orlando just really took a huge step forward. He was able to shoot the ball better. He was shooting 70 plus threes out of 100 at the end of every workout. Your legs going, your fatigue, all those things. He was doing everything with high intensity, with a motor, as we say. He got really efficient around the rim in the restricted area. So it was something that he built on, something that he was preparing for, and that monster game is just the beginning of some of the flashes and things that you're going to see from Orlando going forward.
In that deep playoff run, I saw like you're still doing this thing. For those who haven't seen this, like when you guys switch out with the coaches, you guys are doing warm-ups. With Jovic, you've been teaching him this move, okay? Like you've been doing this thing since November where you teach him this game winner, and he's got to end every workout with it. So, like, where did that come to be? And, like, where did you learn that move? Why did you decide this to be the move that you want to pass on to Jovic? And when do you think he executes this? When do we get to see this one to walk up a Summer League game?
So that's a great question. That started with Kobe Bryant. When I went to Los Angeles when I was traded, Kobe always had told me, leave the court with something that's just like super heroic. When you leave the court, hit like a game winner situation. So I just started doing that part of my routine when I was playing. That's something that started with him. And when I started working out with Nico, I just kept telling him, look, we're going to finish our workouts with this every time. Now, rewind and fast forward to the game that we played last. We had a great opportunity at the end of the game to win, and I was going to draw that play up for him to score in that region. but I knew that it was a whole overhelp team. I tried to clear out that guy from the slot, and I knew that there was going to overhelp in that third defender, and Drew Peterson would be wide open. And he had a great shot on target. We was going for the win with the shot, the time going out. So I love that opportunity. But, hey, if it's a possession ball game, Nico's going to definitely have an opportunity to make that shot.
Caron, is it hard to be patient, like understanding how really young, these players are and how long it takes to get into your prime in basketball and the ebbs and flows of just say summer league? You see guys have a game and then for a couple of games, they, it's like up and down and up and down. Is that one of the things you have to be patient with? Because, you're an accomplished professional. You've already been through all that. But sometimes when you get to that point, you forget, what it took for you to get there. But is it easier or more difficult to be patient based on what you want to see or what the team or franchise may need?
It was harder for me when I first came in because, I came in with a fresh, different perspective. Now being, 3 years in, going into my fourth year as a coach, you learn all those things you just touched on, the patience, the development process, the growing pains, teaching players how to be consistent on a consistent basis. So it is, a process. And you have to wrap your arms around that process. It's going to be some days where it's just going to look not promising for whoever, and
Right.
You got to switch up your message. You got to continue to find the why. And that's how you move the needle in these guys' process. And it's been challenging at times, but that's why we get into this, because we love the challenge. And that's what it's all about.
Because they were talking about this on the broadcast, Caron, like, you've been successful in like whatever you've done, business, playing. When you got into coaching, like, did you get addicted to it? Was it harder than you thought? And like, as the years have gone by, like, how much more have you liked the decision to go this route, even though you could have gone in a lot of different directions?
Yeah, I actually was, I never considered coaching. I was, doing the television thing, and I was just loving it. And I was talking about the game of basketball, watching the finals and the bubble, and I had the itch. And when Spo reached out to me and just said, "Hey, I would love to have you. Like, this opportunity has presented itself. Like, I want you, and you're the guy." And when I came over, I was still, questioning the move. Like, all right, I just uprooted my family from Los Angeles. What does this look like? But I would kick myself in the tail if I never took this opportunity because it's something that I always do. And it was the best thing I ever done. I've never regretted the decision. Amazing group. They challenged me in every way. I'm a student still. I say it all the time. I'm in basketball school. I'm learning from them. They're learning from me. It's a collaboration. And I think that's the best innovation. And I'm so connected to this now. Like, I can't see myself not doing it going forward. Like, this is something that I love. And, someday, one day, after, learning from my mentors, the Godfather, Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, Eric Glass, Chris Quinn, Malik, Coach O, all those guys, hopefully I'll, be a head coach soon in this league.
You you have an interesting, parallel with all these guys, Caron, in that, like, Jaime, Jovic, you were in that spot of being a first round pick for this franchise. Have you guys had the talk of like, oh, this is what Riley said to me when I was drafted? Like, is it the same that it was when you got drafted, or is it different up a little bit since with the young guys this day and age?
Yeah, you know what? I think the terminology and the messaging is the same, but now, the Godfather used to deliver the message to whoever was in front of the team most. And now, last year, last two seasons, particularly in the summer league, Coach Allen was delivering the message. Now I'm in front of the team and I'm echoing the message that was echoed to me, and passed down. And that's what the culture all about. So I'm telling these guys, I've been in those seats. I've been in your shoes. I felt the way you felt. I felt the highs, felt the lows, felt the expectations, all that stuff. And, just stay on the saddle. We're going to get there together. The buy-in has been amazing, like beyond amazing. Everybody's excited about learning daily. Everybody's excited about constantly coming up with solutions on how to get better. And I think that's the beauty in all of this.
Come on before we get you out of here, Caron. Your first round pick this year, Jaime Jacquez, been a little bit banged up with the shoulder, but what have been your impressions so far with Jaime? What have you liked about his game?
Baller. He's a baller. Like high basketball IQ, face-up game, can score back to the basket, off the dribble, live dribble. In the hole. You talk about ATOs, you can draw him up for him. He has a great feel. He has a great emotional intelligence. He reminds me a lot, and I think I said this, he reminds me a lot of Jim Jackson. Just like right off the bat, like his body size, really physical. He can defend at this level already. Offensively, he just knows how to get to his spots and get exactly what he wants. And, unfortunately, he had the, little shoulder injury, but he's going to be back soon. But I would have loved for him just to hit the ground running the way that he started in Sacramento, because the fans would have just been loving what they've been seeing, because he's just a special talent.
And coming up at the end of this summer, your guy D Wade, he's going into the Hall of Fame. Just how excited are you for that, Caron? Are you going to make it out there for him? And just the idea that he's finally getting what was pretty obvious that he was going to get there.
Yeah, if I'm still here, I'll be there. You know what I mean? As long as I'm living, I'll be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world. That's my brother, it's my friend, and I'm just proud of him on how he went about his business, handled his business, been the ultimate professional, the best player ever to put on a Heat uniform. You can't tell the story of basketball without mentioning him, and I'm just happy for him. And I'm gonna be right there with the fam, Gab, everybody, just celebrating him, giving him his flowers as I always do. But that's going to be a special day, and I just can't wait for our Heat family to be there and just give him the flowers and the recognition and love that he deserves.
You guys can catch tomorrow night. There's going to be some Summer League action, Heat and Bucks. You guys can listen to that right here on WQAM. Head coach Caron Butler doing a fantastic job. Caron, thanks for giving us time, man. Congrats on the coaching career and the run that you've been on, and we're looking forward to the rest of the summer.
Thanks, Caron.
Yeah, appreciate you, brothers. Yeah, y'all take care.
There you go. Caron Butler. Appreciate him giving us some time here on the show.
Hey, that, you know what? Nobody's more patient than this organization with young talent. Like, we've all seen a lot of these young guys come in, and we see these spurts where they ball. I'm talking about, Jovic last year, he gave me 11 minutes, and I was like, oh my goodness, why can't he play? But they're steadfast in how they do things, man. And you look at a guy like Orlando Robinson, how he came out, this summer league. And it's like, okay, there's a lot of growth there.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever seen Orlando Robinson score 30 in a game. Like the way that he was lighting it up and the confidence that he was throwing it up there, I was like, whoa.
But that's, you know what that is? That's a year of playing sparingly, but playing with NBA players, and then going back down and playing with guys that are up and comers. You should be better than them because you've had that work done at the highest level. So, but I didn't expect that, but you can see it happens a lot. It happens a lot with guys that probably did a couple of 10 days, kind of played on when they only have 8 players, go in there and have to play 40 minutes, right? And then you do that for a whole season, and then you go back down to where you were the year before, and you can clearly see the improvement. And I think that's the thing that caught us all off guard. Like, wow, this guy really been putting the work in. Look at him now.
I know. Crazy. Goosey's doing.
Goosey's galore. Culture.
Goosey's galore.
Hey, cut it out.
What do you mean?
Culture. There you
What do you mean?
He talked about the culture.
Yeah, he talked about it. What are you going to just dismiss that, Leroy?
No,
dismiss Coach Butler.
First of all, I ain't dismissing nothing Caron got to say. So you can.
Man has a presence.
Yes.
A presence.
And then even when you talk to him, even when you just chit chat with him, you know what I mean?
I still find it strange though that like no one is poaching this staff. I feel like the staff is full of really good guys, and their players have obviously talked him up a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is because it feels like every other staff gets somebody like you're taking Nick Nurse proteges, but not Spo proteges.
That is
Shout out
weird,
Siobhan,
isn't it?
keep 'em in-house.
Isn't that
I'm
weird?
with it too.
Being that Spo was once a protege.
Right. I don't know.
Look at that tree, though, now that you think about it. Juwan Howard, Fizdale, Quinn, Butler. That's a solid stable there.
Telling you, man. All right, we'll take a quick break. Final hour of the show comes up after this.
Boy, he's amazing. Base hit right field, Luis Arise. He's seen 2 pitches, has 2 singles. On this one, he's tied the game. Luis Arise drives home J.D. Martinez, and it's tied at 1 in the 4th. Not going, 2-2 to Diaz. Is hit in the air to deep left field. Back it goes. Elias Diaz puts the National League in front. At 32 years old in his All-Star debut, a go-ahead home run.
All right, welcome back, you rascals. Tobin and Leroy. Back with you here. Hello, Jennifer. How you feeling?
Not well, guys.
Oof.
Well,
I'll tell you what, her voice sounds better than it did before. From the conversation we had on the phone, it was rough. I felt bad.
Why don't you just go, go put on your your little sleep mask with Scooby, because I imagine Scooby has his own sleep mask.
Oh, for sure, definitely does.
And take a nap.
I really want to try.
Do you do the cucumbers on your eyes?
Oh,
I've never done that.
Got to do the cucumbers.
I take it you're a big fan of guac, though.
I love guac.
Oh, guac is good.
Guac
Anything
is
with
good.
guac.
Should ask Caron Butler if he was a guacamole guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Caron Butler, though.
What do you
He's a
do?
meat eater.
I got my blindfold on.
You look like you're playing peekaboo with your son.
Peekaboo. Starting to smile now, stuff. So.
He was talking to Marcos was talking earlier. We'll get through some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
He was saying that he was doing tummy time with his kid.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember the tummy time. Kind of think it's fraudulent, don't you, Leroy?
Okay.
Like, I do wonder. Like, do you think like Leroy is one of the finest athletes ever? Do you think Leroy did a lot of tummy time back in the day?
Any,
I don't.
tummy time, Leroy.
Did you do tummy time?
Do you remember?
Do you remember if you did tummy time?
No.
Can you demonstrate how that goes?
Why would I remember?
I just can't imagine. They're just like, yeah, it's got to get it on there. Got to be on your tummy.
Yeah.
The kid's just like a worm. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Anytime I did tummy time with Rebecca, it was sleep time. I just lay her there.
I do tummy time with Scooby all the time.
Oh man. So there you go. You got the little montage coming in here. The All-Star game last night. Marlins getting set for this second half of the season. Did you see guys yesterday see Sandman out there going for a run? It said second half. And I took it symbolically, like Sandman. The first half's in the rear view, dude. We're running towards the second half.
That's
okay.
right.
All that malarkey that happened in the first half, behind him.
Yep.
He's running past it like Forrest Gump, dude.
It's true.
Well,
that's good.
Oh, so that means that we can do this? Jenny.
I mean, we could do that. I mean, but I thought it was a beautiful photo from Sandman where he's just like, putting it behind. Big test right out of the gate. You got the Orioles coming up on Friday. They're good.
Measuring
Fig.
Jenny. Scooby.
I feel like I can't even quote the most famous line of that movie because Leroy's going to say, I'm not really a big fan of chocolate. It's like, okay, Leroy.
No, he loves the box of chocolates. That's one of the favorite games of the Horde household.
For sure. I know he was restricted this year because of Easter.
Yeah. They got me.
The old mystery chocolate.
Yeah, did you end up getting all of your peanut butter eggs?
Yes. What are you talking about?
Did you eat the one I gave you?
Yes, I just put them in the freezer, right? And then when I want to enjoy a little tasty treat, boop.
V-Man says, I saw a video where a baby's head was flat, apparently because he never did tummy time. Really?
That's what they tell you, dude.
I don't know, dude.
Everyone has something.
I don't know, man, because I feel like I have an ugly head, and I feel like my head would have been the same no matter what.
Do you remember doing tummy time?
Could you imagine trying to live as a baby?
Dude, were you a late bloomer when it came to walking because you were toting around that dome?
Probably. Plus, I got these giant platypus feet.
That's another thing that they say. Those walkers that they're in before they learn how to stand and stuff. They say that stunts their legs or something.
What is it?
It's like a walker.
The bouncer?
Oh, when you sit them in the thing?
It does?
Yeah, they say that stunts their
who
legs.
Who says this? And who becomes the arbiter on all things babies?
The people who made a different product.
Right. That's what I'm saying, dude. This all just seems
Come
like
on.
a scheme, all these baby
Yeah.
products.
Okay. I got a real one for you. Well, I have to question now. Now I'm questioning everything. Did you guys ever have anti-colic bottles?
What the hell is that?
Oh God.
Oh, the bottles that don't let air in the bottle, so
Is
it
that
just
the one that has like the little? It had like the little,
Yeah.
like in the under the nipple. It has like a little shoot.
Yeah, like it's like a green. Now it looks like a green long tube.
Yeah, it was. Yes,
But
Yes.
what? How does
Probably
that?
something that probably didn't exist when we were children. Probably now.
it's
Yeah,
called
I
the
don't think
straw
I-
in the real world.
Yeah, I don't anticipate my parents in 1993 thinking, "Oh, let me get the anti-colic bottle."
Yeah, like they used to like just toast. At first, it used to be didn't used to be a glass baby bottle, you know, and they like used to just toast it on the oven.
I thought
Yeah, you used to have to put it in the hot water, and then you
Yeah.
have to
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna lie, guys. There is some technology advancements that I do like. In order for me to make a bottle, all I got to do is press a button.
What do you mean?
So I have a machine that has
Like an
formula.
espresso maker?
Yeah, it's essentially a Keurig for a bottle.
That's pretty cool.
It has a
actually. I would've
formula,
liked that.
distilled water. I put whatever ounces I want. It pours right into the bottle.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I would have
that's
liked
pretty
that.
Yeah.
That's
Have
lazy parenting, Marco.
Oh, that's good, dude. I would have taken that in a heartbeat.
That's
Wait a
efficient.
minute.
I would have taken that in a heartbeat if I was.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
can't
see?
complain about a lot if you're avoiding the basics of baby.
It's called distributing time, you know?
Yes, it is. It is.
I'm sorry, I'm trying
Hey,
here.
you know what?
Riley's here.
You know what? Let's send JFig to make Cronin an offer he can't refuse.
Cronin, you better do one thing.
You
either
better
get me
do it.
Gabe Vincent back, or you
Please.
better treat me Dave.
He's gonna get Gabe Vincent back.
No. If JFig was the Godfather, that'd be a priority.
His voice is hot.
Oh,
It's very hot.
Yeah, so okay, some technology advancements are cool. Other ones I know they didn't exist, and people are lying to me.
What do you mean?
Like that whole tummy time is one of them, but I got already before the pregnancy with that push present. What is that?
Oh, that was
fake.
garbage.
Yeah, that was definitely
That was
fake.
she swindled you on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Ask me what I got for Father's Day, though. But we won't even talk about it. Won't even talk about it. Who cares? I'm not crying about it every day.
So what'd you got?
Don't worry. Let me tell you something. The best of your birthday, Christmas, and Father's Day gifts are past you.
Yeah.
Get
Wish I would've
ready
known
for
that.
ugly ties, socks, underwear.
Oh, yeah. And you gotta act like you like it.
Oh,
Yep.
yay. Socks. Great.
Those are useful.
Got these on Amazon Prime Day, huh? The
Yep.
old Prime Day.
Wait till your kid goes through
special.
their drawing phase, and you're just
Oh,
like, Dad,
God.
drawing. And then you have to, because if you save one, you got to save them all.
Yeah.
And so then, then my son will be like, hey, this one's extra special. Goes in the bedroom. I'm just gonna be like, you know what, dude?
Is it?
Hey,
Oh, nice.
I don't want to
speaking
draw.
of which, I'm glad you mentioned drawing.
Why do you have one?
Where you going? Where's Leroy going?
Oh, I got some cheeks on the screen, though. Whoa. Okay.
What is that?
Wait,
Okay.
go back. Go back.
That is more cheeks on the screen. Leroy, appreciate that. Was that
Fonzie.
Kobe? Is that Kobe?
Yep.
Oof. All right. No, without the halo and the purple, I'm not sure that's Kobe. Was this like a passion project of some sort, or was this like
No,
for a grade?
so everybody in my family
Mhm.
is artsy. They all like doing stuff like that. So they'll just come home one day, go out in the back, and paint. Say, hey, Dad, you want to draw something? Hell no. Do I look like I'm gonna sit out in the sun and paint?
You
Do I
never
look
gone
like
painting with Big
Picasso?
Spoon?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah. Some
You never
wine.
gone like to like a wine paintery with a Big Spoon?
Painting with the
I
twist.
did
No,
that like
why?
2 weeks ago.
You did that, JFig?
Oh.
Yeah, you want to see?
I do actually.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you
I'm
draw?
actually pretty interested.
I drew a boot.
Okay.
You drew that?
I did. I
Get
did.
out of
No,
here.
that looks like you just painted it.
Oh,
You didn't draw it.
No, so I did the sketch first because I have to sketch it first, and then I
JFig looks
painted
like
it.
she sketches.
Yeah.
She looks like she's got like charcoal. I could see it.
You see my little disco ball?
I actually like it. It's really good, JFig.
Thank
My
you.
favorite part is you have that painting readily available, but
Did
you
you-
choose not to have it as your background.
Did you name it as? Did you name the painting "Boots on the Ground"?
Oh,
No, boots on the globe.
Boots on the globe,
Boots on the
dude.
globe.
Yeah.
I
wish
like
was-
that.
Dude, we got next year. Len, go Len.
Whoa.
Send us to Vegas Summer League next year, go Len.
All right.
I want to go to Vegas for Summer League.
We got pizza out of them. Maybe we can.
Yeah, let's just start bullying them.
Hey, first of all, we lost that deal.
No, that's not true. I really
Oh.
enjoyed the Boy Wonder pizza.
You know, Leroy, you look like you enjoyed that thin crust pizza.
You were smiling way
Listen,
too much yesterday.
You say you were just hungry, but I think you enjoyed that pizza a lot.
Yeah.
I was really hungry.
Nah, it looked like you thoroughly enjoyed thin crust, and I feel like you're on the horizon for a change coming soon.
Dude, can I just
Love
tell
thin
you,
crust.
if pizza's here, I'll eat it. But I've never come in and say, "Ooh, let's get pizza."
I think Tobin and I split a pepperoni, if I'm not mistaken. Not a slice, an actual pepperoni.
Schmiethan Schmelnick says JFig's first painting was Washington's chalk outlines.
You know what's crazy? You guys, so
Wait, was he like this?
I
Wings
don't
out.
know.
Oh, that's how I found that hawk. He was face planted, one wing out.
So let me tell you, the day after this whole situation happened, I got to the office and there was a sticky note with a drawing of a bird on my computer.
No.
They were trying to haunt me in there. It was
You
not
were
funny.
being bullied following your murder.
And then the crazy thing is that I opened Snapchat not so long ago and it came out on one of my stickers.
No. Like
I
what?
don't
Like
even know
a recent
how.
memoon or something like that?
Let me see if it's still there. I don't
On
know.
this
Well,
day,
back then I was on
need to
Snap.
know. Oh,
Look at that bird.
that
What are
is-
you guys doing? But his bird was alive. He was
He
just
was
taking a
alive
nap.
though.
Whoa.
That freaked me out, dude. I was ready to scoop this bird up.
Well,
What was he doing?
listen.
Taking a nap?
You listen.
They
I'm
said
gonna tell you what.
Was he
If
drunk?
you're an animal, don't play dead around Tobin, because you remember what you did to that
Or
who
possum?
was it? The possum.
Well, he didn't play dead to me. He got aggressive with me. That's why
he was
That
actual.
possums don't get aggressive.
I had to get Luis Ariz on his ass.
He's in concussion protocol to this day.
No, he's not in concussion protocol. He's sleeping with the fishes
Or the birds.
or the birds, the JFig birds. Tobin bashed his bird in and it lived.
I didn't bash
bashed
him
that
in.
bird
I did not bash him, but I found him like that when I came home. I still
You
have
found
it
him like
stuffed in
that,
the back of
and
my
You're
car.
the
And in
actual
typical
birderer.
intangible fashion, they go and investigate.
Where'd you
Look.
get the coffin from?
Well,
This is the bird.
It looks like, wait, they got you killing Tweety Bird.
What is that? I thought I saw a JFig.
They wanted to haunt me with this.
No, like what I couldn't like leave it, Leroy. It was literally in the middle of my driveway. It's not like I could just leave it there. I had to get that hawk out of there. I just didn't know it was alive.
Where did you bat the possum to, though?
Oh, that doesn't need to be revealed.
Oh gosh.
It was on my walkway, like right there on my patio.
Yeah. Needless to say,
So-
I couldn't get to my car.
It's amazing because all these people that
gotta put
talk
the
about
balloons up.
saving animals,
Yeah.
then when you find an animal and call the people that say they save animals, they tell you to kick rocks.
Well, I thought that's how it works. Like I thought when you call animal control, like they Uber over a van to get the rare animal. No, I have to drive it. Do you know how nerve-wracking it was to be in my car with a hawk that wasn't dead?
or a hawk
What if he wakes up like
or a
Tyson
hawk-
Fury?
or a hawk that maybe holds you responsible for his shortcomings.
Right.
He's sitting in the back.
Well,
This box cracks. I'm going to get him.
Animal control. Hey, yeah, there's like a bird of prey that's face down. It's not dead. All right. Well, can you bring it to us? What? So I gotta drive up the turnpike with this thing in the front seat?
Why you didn't put him in the back seat? Did you tape the box closed?
No, I'll tell you why I didn't put him in the back seat, because then he could have sneak attacked.
Oh yeah.
so I pictured Tobin driving.
It's a smart move though. All of a sudden getting sneak attacked by a hawk from your back seat.
That would have been, yeah.
That's rough.
Could you imagine? I always think about if I got attacked by an animal, I'll never live it down on the show.
No.
He's never gonna let me go. He's never got attacked by that bear, dummy.
You know what I'm waiting for? Waiting for you to come to work with one iguana injury.
Oh, it's all I think about.
Periodically they fight back.
Oh, dude, I've been barrel rolled by an iguana. It's not fun.
Roll. Nobody's barrel rolling your big ass. What are you talking about?
Grab the iguana.
Oh,
because it was it was in a confrontation with Sunny Bunny, and so it does and it tore up my hand pretty good.
Yeah, that's rough.
Still got
Why
that
are you protecting Sunny Bunny from the iguana? That iguana is scared as hell of Sunny Bunny.
I think he was protecting the iguana from Sunny Bunny.
No, she's been bit before by an iguana. And she goes, and that
they don't bite, they tail whip.
No, this one
Ask
bit.
Sunny Bunny that.
These are new.
How are you going to tell me what happens? I've been in. Do you know how many iguana confrontations I've been in with Sunny Bunny? I mean, we're like the Dudley Boys of iguana hunting.
Oh God!
Usually, animals that don't eat meat don't really have teeth.
It does though. Still doesn't feel good. Would you get bit by an iguana?
Put up a picture of an iguana smiling so we can see how many teeth you got.
Doesn't matter, dude. It would still hurt.
Do they smile for pictures?
And do they not eat meat?
No.
They're not omnivores? They don't eat flies? Well, that's Marcos.
Hey.
Wow. Sneak attack. That's what he was scared of that hawk in his front seat.
At least Swethan didn't say you sound like Cody Zeller looks.
Take a break. Back after this.
Previously on
Tobin and Leroy.
Boring story time.
JFig's a birderer.
WQA.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy. Take you up until 2 here on the show. You missed any of today's show, get the Tobin and Leroy podcast available for you on all podcast platforms. And on, of course, on the Odyssey app. You guys can listen to us on demand. Marcos, he puts that podcast up there.
Oh, I do. I already have a couple episodes up if you're interested in listening. Hours 1 and 2 already up. 3 is going up. So get off my back, everyone.
Wow. Are people yelling at you?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes I do get DMs and they call me frog-related names and tell me to put the podcast up and fix it. A lot of people tell me fix it. You'll be surprised.
Is that my fault?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it is your fault. Fix it.
Fix it, dude. I was doing
it.
that on Marcos on his paternity leave. I was just yelling at him. Fix it.
Strange.
Yeah, it wasn't proper behavior. I apologize.
That's okay.
Fix the frogcast, dude. You know what though?
Yeah.
This is your time to shine.
Thanks.
Let's mix it up.
Woo! All righty then. Yesterday was the MLB All-Star Game, and like we mentioned, the NL National League, for you posers that don't know baseball.
Oyster Birds was in the National League.
Oyster Birds! They won for the first time in over a decade, I believe. But one of the highlights from yesterday's festivities, the Seattle fans took a page out of old Tobes and Leroy's book. You know what they were doing?
No, what did they do?
They were chanting to Shohei Ohtani, come to Seattle.
Wow.
Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. They're chanting, come to Seattle. Do you guys want to start your own chant to Shohei?
That would be tampering. That would be tampering.
do that.
I'm not doing any of that.
Wow. That's kind of goosies.
I mean, as far as...
My question is, did it matter where the All-Star game was? That fan base was going to yell, come to where we are?
Definitely. God, I would love to get Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, everyone would, apparently.
Who wouldn't? The guy's amazing.
I don't know. Sometimes
you got to feel bad if you're the Angels, though, right? Like the Angels did start off pretty promising this year, and then all of a sudden they angeled. Now they're under 500 again.
Well,
and then that was
first
the break.
of all, they got trouted.
Well, I mean, he hurt his wrists. I mean, that's not fair,
Last year was something else.
Well,
Is Mike Trout injury prone?
He's hurt every year.
He's not winning prone. That's definitely the case.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Rough.
Wait, do they possibly they can't win with 2 of the best players in Major League Baseball?
I mean, no, they can't win.
Seems that way.
It was going.
And why
okay.
they're talking about trading Ohtani? Why not trade Trout?
Well, Trout's locked in. Ohtani's going to be a free agent. So it's kind of like you one of those, like you don't want him to walk for nothing. That's why.
Okay.
They probably should trade Trout too. I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's why there's so much more talk about Ohtani.
Okay, well that definitely answers my question because I'm like a player this
It's
good.
also not easy to trade somebody with a $400 million contract.
That is true.
Okay, then what about the team that's going to give a $600 million contract?
Yeah, I get you, but it's just not an easy thing to trade. Like, what are you giving that team? It's like, okay, so I got to pay $400 million. What am I giving you? Like, do you remember what the Marlins got for Giancarlo Stanton?
Nothing.
Nothing. Because why?
We're paying that money.
Take them off the books.
Yikes! Not even pitch.
And they still didn't take all the money off the books, right? They still had to pay some of it.
They did have to pay some of it. Yeah.
Damn.
So how about this? You got an MVP that you're trading, and you got to pay for him to play for another team.
Gross.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And really for the Marlins case, you got to pay him to not play for the Yankees because he's always getting that hammy flared up.
Oh my goodness.
What else is in the mixed bag, Marcos?
Let us transition.
Fix it, dude.
All right. I will fix it by switching sports. Kenny the Jet Smith.
Like that guy.
Had a proclamation about the #1 draft pick and Britney Spears abuser, Victor Wembanyama.
Too strong.
Sorry. Accusations. This is what he had to say about old Wemby and his potential to be successful in the league.
In year 4, he'll be the MVP of the league. I think in 4 years they will be good. They will be good enough to contend. They might have, another player with him. He will know the league. There will be no LeBron James. Right. There will be no Steph Curry. There will be no Kevin Durant at their height.
Wow. So Luka doesn't exist, is what he's saying.
Luka or Jokic.
I was gonna say another Joker.
I don't know. It looks super. I will say it looks super cool when he shoots.
It does. The way he moves for being so big is amazing.
The thing that's funny about it though is like those damn arms are so long because we saw this a little bit.
He kind of looks like KD when his fluidness.
Yeah, but then like you think about the defense where like he's just like the guy just is normally shooting a three, goes nope, tipped it.
Right. My favorite is when the guy tries to pump fake him and he looks at him like, yo, I'm 7'3". Like, what are you pump faking? He's like, not moving.
Yeah, I saw that he's not happy, with all the media attention he's got. He says the media won't see him for a while, basically till camp. He's going away. Wemby, he wants to get away.
Where the hell is he gonna hide?
I also heard him cussing in the press conference.
Whoa,
yeah.
potty mouth Wemby.
Wow. Well, listen.
Yeah, I don't think, but he kind of said it as if it was no bigs.
Yeah,
like,
actually, I have the audio of him cursing.
Peace, bitch.
Oh man.
Well, you just it's tough for Wemby. It's gotten really toxic. I mean, you can always, give a lot, but they're always going to say, "Give me more."
-1.
Ready for the next item in the bag?
Yes.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to drive you crazy.
Look it up. She's going to be saying that we're the radio station that was messing with her.
Yeah, for sure. She did say a radio station was talking about her. That's why she issued a statement.
Talking smack.
Yeah, fan of the show.
I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. I got to learn from my I got to learn from my mistakes, dude. Oops, I did it again.
Gosh.
-1.
Just when all eyes are on me at the center of the ring like a circus, I just
yeah.
Wow, you threw a little Tupac and a little Britney.
Yep.
That's it. I'm not going to do it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Zion Williamson, guys. He was speaking on.
He was Wemby before Wemby.
He was Wemby before Wemby, actually. I think that's a good point, actually, because everyone says he's the biggest phenom since LeBron, but Zion was considered a phenom.
Zion Mania was big too. I mean, people are going, remember the shoes exploding?
Oh, yeah.
The shoes exploding, yeah.
Honestly, he was in high school. I remember seeing Zion tapes. And
it'd be kind of cool.
They showed him dunking on these little bitty intangibles. Come on, dude.
There's some great YouTubes of Bam doing that too.
Yeah.
Just dunking on these kids.
Poor thing.
Anyway,
Zion, the original Wemby.
Original Wemby.
He spoke on something recently that I think we all could relate to.
This was on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. Is this where this was from?
Zion, yes.
Okay.
This is him speaking on the struggle of dieting.
Is it hard to diet at your age?
Sheesh.
Be honest.
Since it's you, I'll be real. There are times when I will say that shit hard. It's hard, man. Like, you 20, 22, got a lot of money. It feel like all the money in the world, man. It is hard, but I'm at that point now where because of certain things, I'm putting back like the wisdom around me, a bunch of like, I don't want to say older because they take offense to it. But, and I'm just putting people around me with wisdom, put me on game to certain things, and just go from there.
I feel you, Zion.
Plus he plays in New Orleans, like the food there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. No food item in New Orleans is cooked without butter and a sizzle. So
sounds good. Sounds very good.
Everything, dude.
He couldn't have got drafted to a worse spot in regards to like
he needed to be in LA where everybody's health freaks eating California pizza and stuff like that.
For sure.
You can't go to the birthplace of butter and fried foods and look, breads.
But like Leroy, did you? I don't know much like how much of a health nut you were when you played, but like, was there an age? Was there a threshold where like you were more into it? Because he's only 20. He just turned 23.
Yeah.
And I could.
You know when I became more aware of it and more about it? When I left the place and I could no longer get those items. Right? I couldn't go to a restaurant in Michigan and in Ann Arbor and say, let me get a shrimp po' boy. Let me get some hot sausage. Right? Let me get some grits and eggs, with sausage and a biscuit. Let me get a bag of beignets. I couldn't do that. So I went to donuts.
Oh man.
So, yeah, so it's just different. Like, you know what I mean? Like the hardest thing for me to find up in Michigan when I was, eating cafeteria lunch or us going to get food, fried chicken. Something as simple as that. They didn't have these places around. So it was a little different, but I also start realizing that a lot of the foods that I was eating after being exhausted wasn't helping my body. And that's kind of when I made the change because I didn't want to be exhausted every damn day because I was eating junk food.
Anything else in the mixed bag, Marcos?
Indeed. Staying in the realm of basketball, as we all know, one of the moves made during the offseason was the Warriors' acquisition of Christopher Paul.
Yep.
Everyone's wondering how is that going to fit with him and Steph Curry essentially playing the same position.
Yes.
Chris Paul had something to say about whether or not he cared about people's opinion on him fitting in.
Not to sound crazy or whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's basketball. It's not brain surgery. And I'm going into a situation with a bunch of guys who done played together for a long time that know how to play. I guess it's me or whatnot, but I'm not as worried about it as probably everybody else is or anybody. And when I say everybody, not necessarily our team, but we going to figure it out.
Yeah, I guess what everybody's wondering is he going to come off the bench, which it seems like that'd be the obvious place to go, and he's never done that. But he is almost 40, and as we've seen, especially at his age, like we've seen with the Heat and Kyle Lowry, like they've said, like it's a much easier thing to do if he comes off the bench to kind of limit those minutes.
Here's the problem. For the last 3 or 4 years, everybody has talked about Chris Paul during the season as this is the year he'll get it done. And then at some point during the playoffs, he breaks down. So that's going to be the true test, figuring out what is his breaking point from a body, standpoint. How many minutes can you give him, and how much time off will he need so that he can make that run in the playoffs?
Right.
Because Chris Paul is still really good. And so I don't want to deny him that. But at the same time, you can't be Chris Paul for 35, 40 minutes. You might only be able to be Chris Paul for 20 to 25 minutes. Yep. And it's an adjustment he's going to have to make too. Now, 30-something million coming off the bench is a little scary, but it is what it is.
That is the mixed bag. Well done, Marcos. Woo! You no longer have to fix it.
Thank you. It's been fixed.
Take a break. We're back after this.
The result.
All right, welcome back. It's Tobin and Leroy. Taking you up until 2. Marlins will be back in action tomorrow. No, Friday. My bad. All-Star break. And I'm a little confused with the All-Star break on what day.
It did sneak up on us.
Snuck up on me, dude. Nah, I haven't had Summer League action. I'm jonesing for something, man. What am I going to watch? Connor McGregor and the Ultimate Fighter, which, by the way, fell down to 0-7.
Whoa, really? I saw something recently. Have you been watching it?
Only on clips on Twitter.
Gotcha,
That's all. But like he was he goes, what happens if it's a clean sweep? And Dana White goes, I don't know. It's never happened before in the history of the show.
Wow. So okay, please briefly explain what is this? They take a known fighter, another known fighter, and they have a team each.
Everybody gets a team.
Yeah.
It's usually like, and it's usually like a build up for a fight. So it's like the famous season, one of the most famous seasons was Team Rampage versus Team Rashad. It was the Kimbo Slice season.
Oh.
Heavyweights, yeah.
Nice.
And so like, you try and go out there.
Is that where he destroyed a door?
Yeah, this is where Rampage Jackson destroyed a door, yes.
Yeah.
And so the
Did
whole
they
point
say that was staged?
Well, I think the door looked like a prop door.
Oh.
But anyway, so they have it's a reality show, but your team faces the other team. And typically, like, you get to pick the players or pick the fighters. They did it a little different this year because they did vets versus prospects. So it's like guys who are on there, they're getting a second chance. They're trying to make the UFC versus young guys, the up and up. And Connor has all the has all the prospects.
Yeah.
Whereas Chandler has all of the guys who have been to the UFC. And I don't know how that worked out. It was like that. They just ended up that way because they do 2 weight classes per team, but it's the same theme. Connor ended up with all the young guys, Chandler with all the old guys, and he's 0-7. 7 straight weeks of losses for Conor McGregor. Last week he lost it on Michael Chandler, shoved him right in the face.
That's what I was. Okay, so that's what I saw. They looked like they were going to get into a fight.
Yeah. And then Michael Chandler made fun of his hands. He said he's got Kenny Pickett hands.
No one seems to be scared of Conor McGregor. Like, there's no fear in regards to, like, he may knock me out.
Yeah, it's just he hasn't won a fight in a very long time.
Yeah.
He hasn't won a fight in a very long time.
He hasn't even lost impressively.
No. He's been getting kind of thumped. And I don't know what to tell you. Like, the guy's he's got $1 gazillion. He's very clearly juiced to the gills.
Yep.
The Dana White just said, like, he's going to fight this year. Drug testing exemption, be damned, whatever. Which is fine. Dana White, at least he's just saying it. Like, listen, you guys know.
Oh, okay. So he's willing to.
I mean, he's not saying that, but he's just like, you guys don't want to see Connor fight is basically what he's saying. And I don't know. I mean, like, I'm kind of with you. Like, it's lost a little bit of its luster, a little bit. Like, if you told me, Tobin, you can only watch one fight, it could be Connor's next fight or it's Stipe versus John Jones. I'm picking Stipe versus John Jones, dude.
Here's the problem. Most guys that have participated in the avenue that Conor McGregor has, the second their skill goes away, they become insignificant. Right? Because they're not liked and everybody just wants to see you get pounded and it becomes no fun to watch.
Right.
So this is not the first time a guy who talks a lot of trash has ended up this way. And then, in fact, in most cases in the fight game, everybody ends up this way. It's just not going well for him.
In the UFC, you can lose and people will accept you losing, but there also is usually a crescendo where, like, sometimes you just hit the wall and it's over. And it happens for all BJ Penn, Anderson Silva, Donald Cerrone, Conor McGregor. Go look at their Wikipedias and see how much red in a row it hits.
Right.
Like, you just can't do it anymore. Even Robbie was on hard times. And Robbie's, an absolute monster. It was great that he got to end that way because the reason it was so celebrated, it typically doesn't get to end that way. Usually when it's over, it's over.
But here's the other thing. Robbie Lawler is well liked.
Yes.
So the way that win was received was awesome, right? If Conor McGregor wins the same way, you're not going to get that same reaction.
I don't think so. I mean, like, look, he's got his fans for sure, but there's no way you could tell me that the popularity hasn't taken a hit. It's why the Heat thing was so awkward. You know, they put him out there, and I know that wasn't supposed to be the time that he was out there. Like, the dude showed up late, but they put him out there in the middle of NBA Finals, and I'm like, this isn't 6 years ago where he's, you know, where everybody loves him and everybody is adoring of his fighting. He is kind of a polarizing figure that's actually not really that popular right now.
You know who switched? You know who switched roles? Who's the two brothers that fight?
Diaz.
No. I'm talking about the TikTok boys, brothers.
Logan Paul and
the Paul brothers.
Because remember, he was hated when he first started fighting. And then once the fighters and everybody start realizing what he's doing for the sport and what he's doing for other fighters and how he's getting money for other fighters, it took a turn the other way. That never usually happens. It never usually happens that an antagonist becomes liked by what he does in the sport. And that's what's happened to was it Logan?
Jake.
It was Jake.
Jake, right?
Logan's a big time player in WWE now. He's like fighting for like belts and stuff.
But Connor's the opposite.
Have you had Prime?
I had Prime yesterday. I didn't even finish the bottle.
Really?
You ever bought a drink and thrown it away? When's the last time that's happened? Right?
I've definitely done that. There was an energy drink. My daughter, you know how Publix has the display with all the energy drinks?
Yep.
There's one that has a Sour Patch Kid on it.
Oh no, you can't.
Like,
that one's actually pretty good.
I didn't try it, JFig, but my daughter's like, "Can I have this?" I'm like, "I don't know how I feel about giving you an energy drink at 11."
Yeah, it's probably not.
It's
it didn't do anything to me, but it was pretty good.
I thought to myself, it'll probably be fine, but I'm gonna vote against this right now with having the blue Sour Patch Kid energy drink.
First of all, if by any chance you would have given it to her, your parenting skills would have took a big hit, brother. Big hit.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
Right decision.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. My daddy gives me energy drinks. Like,
they tricked me though. They tricked me the same way. It wasn't Sour Patch Kids that got me. What got me was the bottle had the red, white, and blue flavor on it, and then it had Bomb Pop. And I love those popsicles. You know, the red, white, and blue Bomb Pops.
Of course.
Not as a beverage.
I know. It was not good. Not a good choice.
I would have taken a swing at it.
They're being sued right now though.
Who?
Prime.
I saw that, like, people are saying they have dangerous levels of caffeine. I didn't even know it had caffeine in it. I thought it was like a Gatorade.
So
I had the green one. The green one had no caffeine in it.
So I treat Gatorade, and I don't do this anymore because Leroy told me that it'll clog my poop up. But if I used to drink Gatorade like with dinner, you know, it's just delicious. So I thought it was gonna be the same thing. I could just have a Prime.
An ice cold Gatorade in this weather is really good.
Oh yeah, really good. And I thought
now here, the OG flavors, don't they make you more thirsty? Like if you drink full sugar green or orange Gatorade, you need to drink a gallon of water afterwards because you're still thirsty.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But that first hit, that first sip.
And the OG flavors make you just feel good.
Yeah.
Right? That yellow, that lemon lime.
Yeah, if I'm sick, I get that yellow one, I'm better now.
Right. Now I get zero.
Gatorade.
I get zero.
Gatorade zero?
Yeah, it doesn't make you doesn't make you want to go get a case of water.
Yeah, but it's zero though. No zero is better than the original.
No, it's not. They
People
got
try to
like
tell me
30 grams of sugar in it, dude.
Yeah. Everyone's got to die of something, you know? Might as well be deliciousness.
Oh, might as well be a diabetes when they got to cut your leg off.
Oh,
well, you know, we'll bring the lidocaine.
Silent killer.
Then we'll bring the lidocaine. No, I didn't have none.
Well, everybody, that's our show for today. Thank you to Caron Butler for joining it. He was a delight. If you guys missed Caron,
he was.
Broke down all things Summer League, talked about his coaching career. He was fantastic. So we love talking to Tough Juice. And you know what? That's our show, everybody. JFig, feel better?
For sure, man.
Scooby, take care of our girl.
Oh, Scooby's like later.
Scooby's going off. Yeah. Thank you guys.
And Marcos.
Yeah. I'm fixing it,
Fix
man.
it.
All right, Scoop. Jeez.
Stay froggy, my friend.
I love sausage. I had a lot of sausage. Sausage patties, right? Don't come at me with that old.
No links?
No. They got the skin on it.
Oh, if you weren't married to your wife, who would be? Oh, with Celia Cruz, obviously. Is she dead?
Oh, no.
Yes!
Yeah, she's dead.
How long has she been dead?
Oof, close to a decade, I think.
Look, azúcar, you know, like, dude.
Even your subliminal is dumb.
Peace, bitch.
Hope you mother have a good day.
Breaking news from AM 560.